Thank you, Ed. Sorry, I was muted. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. My name is Lisa, and today we are going to be doing some easy, simple makeup looks. So yes, thank you, Ed, by the way, for letting me know that I was muted. And of course, just as we unmute, the dogs decide that's the perfect time to drink their body weight in water. But anyway, hey ho. Let's have a look at what we've got here in the comments. Good morning to Ed, obviously. Thank you, Ed. Good morning to Richie John. Good morning, Richie. Good morning to the Major. Hello, Major. As you can see with the title of this today, it's called Easy Looks for Lazy Folks. And I don't mean for lazy folks. I actually mean for like time-strapped people and anybody who might be wanting to do, you know, to have some eyeshadow on, to have a makeup look done, to feel like they are able to face the world, but don't have a lot of time, or to be honest, can't be bothered with all the faffing. So that's what we're going to crack on with today. I'm going to take my glasses off. So yes. How is everybody doing? What are you drinking? Where are you coming in from? What is the temperature where you are? I've got to say, as I'm starting this today, I do have the fan on already because it is very warm in here. I did let the dogs out earlier. They had came out of their beds, drank their body weight in water again, and then one of them probably went outside and either puked it all up or weed, and then one of the other ones puked up because there was just this massive water. So I think one of them has puked it up, which wasn't good. So they are now back indoors where it is. It's not cool, but it's not as sun beating down on you as it was earlier, if that makes sense. As it is outside. That's what. Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. Try time strapped. Yes, that's you when you're going to work. So yeah, tips and tricks welcome. I've got at least, I think I've got 6 in my mind prepared for today. And I am willing to put at least 4 of them on my face throughout the course of this stream. I'm only going to be streaming till about 1:30-ish, something like that. I don't want to go too late today. But I am going to do these looks, and they should be accomplishable within about 10 to 15 minutes is what I'm working on. You're just having your last cup of tea before you switch to a coffee. I've got my coffee. I've got my, this is just an random instant that I got from somewhere, with some salted caramel syrup, because that's what I drink. Ruby, thank you. Don't try and hump his head. Ruby's getting really frisky at the moment. She's not quite in season, but she's just beginning to get frisky. 10 to 15 minutes works for you? Absolutely, Major. The idea is that all of these looks today should be done in about, the eye part of it should be about 10 to 15 minutes. Obviously, if you're going to add foundation in, that will take a little bit extra. I would say, though, to be honest with you, you can probably get away with tinted moisturizers, especially while the weather's warm like this. Even a tinted sunblock, that will work really well. So anything like that, you know, it just cuts down on the makeup time. So yeah, just you know, all of that. Oh, hang on, I'm sure I tell you what, why don't I do it on the actual laptop where I can see the things a little bit easier? It makes more sense, doesn't it? Ed is on the 2nd coffee of the day. Fantastic. Furry Holly Willoughby is camping in a draft on the laminate floor in a vague attempt to keep cool. Yeah, if you saw our live stream on Monday, Ruby was spread out with her tummy flat against the kitchen floor, which is the only part of the flat that we've got that is isn't carpeted. So yeah, she was absolutely just like, oh. Little Miss Budget is here. Good morning, Ness. I hope you are well, my darling. Looking summery today, Lisa. Tell me, how clean are your brushes? My brushes are all right, actually, Major. Yeah, they're all right. I don't clean them after every usage, but about once a week I will give them a zap now. Thank you very much. It was a very, very good tool. I did also do my backup brushes, which I don't think I've cleaned since I decided those are my backup brushes. So yeah. Good morning, Patricia. Your coffee is next to you. Fantastic. Well, that's no good. That's no good. It should be in your hand. You should be going slurp, 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 slurp. Thank you very much. How's the neck, Ness? Says Major. Why? What's gone on with your neck? What have you done, Ness? Have you hurt your neck? Oh God, I hope you're okay, love. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. I love this community so much. You're good. Thanks for asking. Oh, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. So then I've got all sorts, as I say, planned for today. I've been looking at. Do you know what? Do you know what? I've had about 2 hours, no, maybe 3 hours sleep. No, 2 hours sleep. 2 hours sleep. Because I have been researching. Gluten-free slimming world cheesecake bases. It's doing my head in. Absolutely doing my head in. So I made a cheesecake. I used some gluten-free oats, really nice. I used some sugar-free maple syrup flavoring, the stuff that I use for my Skinny Sauce company that I have in my coffees. But this is the one that you can use in desserts and things. So I mixed those together, put a little bit of water with it, just to kind of get it to a consistency that I could turn it into, like, so it would thicken a little bit. Put it in a silicone baking tin, put it in the air fryer, and I baked it. Came out the air fryer really nice and crispy. As soon as I put the cheesecake mixture on top, which was actually a tofu-based cheesecake mixture, as soon as I put that on top, it just went soggy. So I cannot find any way of doing a cheesecake base that will get crispy using gluten-free products, either gluten-free flour or gluten-free oats, that doesn't include a bucket load of oil. If I add oil or margarine or butter, then it will go crispy. But I don't want to do that, because then it's not Slimming World. So I think what I'm going to have to do, me and Rufus were talking yesterday, I've got one more idea that I'm going to try. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to basically cook off the base of the cheesecake, then cook off the top, and then put them together. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. It's so annoying. But anyway, good morning to Nanette's Necessities. It's just Nanette's Necessity. You should start all of your videos like that, Nanette. It's just necessity. What? Yeah. Nanette's Necessities. It's one of my videos, and come and watch the video with me or something. You can't beat a bit of sunshine to lift your mood. Well, it depends. I burn and I'm very prone to skin cancer, so for me, it's not great. You did a reel on Insta and now on TikTok. Ooh, well done, Ness. I haven't seen it. I will have a little look-see though. Get you on TikTok. You won't download TikTok because I don't want to get lost in it. It is very time consuming. I am going to be doing some more tickety-tocketies though. For myself and also for the project, the Surplus to Purpose project. So yeah, I'm going to be doing bits and pieces. Everyone hates this warm weather. You've had a skin reaction. Hang on, say again. You've had a skin reaction to Pond's cold cream. I don't know anyone who's ever had a skin reaction to that. That's really interesting, Ness. If you can hear scratching, our bearded dragon has worked out that if he scratches like this at the glass on the corner enough, he can slightly wedge open the glass door of his vivarium, and then if he keeps doing it, he can get it open. So yesterday, day before yesterday, I was sat here and I heard him scratching and I wasn't really paying much attention, and then all of a sudden I'm doing something on the laptop, and out the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, hello, mister. And he'd managed to get out of the... When I said Mr. Eddie, I didn't mean you, mate. But, you know, you can come and say hello. Do you want to come and say hello? Shall I move this makeup palette so then you can come and say hello? Go on then. Hello. Hello, Mister. Now, Alvy's like, I want to get up too. Come on then. And Ruby, yes. Oh, come on then. Let's have the obligatory dog. There we go. Hello, doggos. Come and say hello then. Go and have the doggo cameo. There we go. Here is our lovely Alvy. And Ruby's just going, oh, I'm too old for this. You're not too old, are you, Alvy? No. Oh, right in my mouth. Thank you for snogging me then. That was a lovely snoggy, but no more tongues in my mouth, please. Thank you. Yes. What about you, Mister? Are you in a good mood? Oh, he's a bit upset, Mr. is. Mr. is a bit upset because he got told off. But yes, he's all right. He was a bit of a naughty boy earlier, that was all. But anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. You really enjoyed the gardening video, by the way. Oh, thank you. We've got more to come. That was part one. We've started harvesting. We've started harvesting. So we've had some pak choi that went into the hang on, something's happening. There we go. We had some pak choi that went into the stir fry yesterday. No, into the curry that he cooked yesterday. That's for today. But yes, it should be absolutely fantastic. You just did a video, that's why you're late. It should be on YouTube anytime. Oh, fantastic. We'll all go and have a look. You don't even watch it much at all. It's taken you years to work out to work TikTok out. Trust me, I've been on it for a couple of years. I don't understand. Just it's all about content going viral and stuff at the moment, isn't it? So yes. Richie John, aha, try adding a little gelatin powder to the cheesecake mix, let it set, then add to the biscuit base maybe. Might hold it a bit more and stop the sogginess. Wow, funny you should say that, because I was looking at the idea of adding in some corn flour, because I've added, so basically the way I've made the tofu, the cheesecake itself, is to get the silken tofu, beat the hell out of it, not quite like Amber Heard, but you know, to beat the hell out of it with my whiskey, put in a lemon, like a lemon juice from a whole lemon, the juice of a whole lemon, and then some corn flour, and also some sweetener and some flavoring, and that together, the acid from the lemon it hasn't curdled it, but it's thickened it with the corn flour, and it's worked really nicely. So it's a proper New York cheesecake type cheesecake. The filling, absolutely delicious. Love the texture. Baked it in the air fryer, came out with a nice sort of film on top, you know, that sort of skin almost on top. Absolutely perfect New York cheesecake type texture. Loved it. The base, oh my god, the base, it's really starting to get to me. So I'm going to try that with some corn flour in, and there was something else I was going to try adding into it. Oh, some xanthan gum as well. So I'm going to try mixing those in again, working on the principle that the xanthan gum should replace the gluten. Ruby, your hips don't work, so why are you trying to hump him? All right, grinning dog. But yeah, but thank you for that. I will absolutely try that. Nanette, did I see you last night on Hearthwitch's stream? Oh, do you watch Hearthwitch? I do watch her sometimes. Little Miss Budget, I haven't been watching many people's videos, as I'm always researching the decades, filming the 1950s look, and now it's the 60s. I am loving the 60s. Fantastic. I must say, I'm looking forward to our one. I am looking forward to our one. I really am. I've also just contacted Will, because I sent Will a message last week, basically, or not last week, but before, about his about the collab I'm supposed to be doing with him, and he didn't get the message. It went to his spam folder, so no wonder I haven't heard anything. Anyway, right, that's all the updatey ranty talk about everything else. But yes, there is another gardening video coming. We're going to do an update, probably do an update in the garden over the weekend for the coffee club crew, and then we'll be filming like a full update video with, say, you know, part 2. This is us starting to harvest. This is why certain things have worked, certain things haven't. This is how we've now got like 2 potting stations. Oh yeah, potting stations, full-on potting stations. That's all I'm saying. It's gone a bit bonkers. But yes, it's going to be exciting. So that'll all be coming up. And also the produce is starting to come out of the garden now. So already, and it's not even like properly growing, it's just getting into the proper growing bit now, but already the produce is starting. So I'm loving it. So we are going to do more about the garden. So then let's have a little look-see. At what is happening in the comments. My fingers are not great today, and I must say my fingers are really not great. Major, it's a really good series, Ness, by the way. Well done. I love all the facts you give us. Yeah, I really like it, actually, Ness. I really do like it. The one I'm really, because of my decade, I have already bought a couple of products that I know were available in that decade. Or like one I may have already had, but I bought a particular item that I was like, oh, I can't believe this is still available. Shock, horror, shock face. Not that it's a good excuse to buy more makeup, you understand, because I don't need any more makeup. But anyway, right, let's crack on with some things about what we're doing today. The 60s weren't all they cracked up to be. Patricia says, because Patricia was there, so she knows. I know, right? It's when people talk about, it's like when people talk about the 80s and they're like, oh, or the 90s, and they've got those shell suits and they're like, look at me, like everybody was so cool. I was like, no, I wore shell suits. They were dangerous. If you got anywhere near a naked flame, they went up like that, and they would no, they were hot and sweaty, and no, just no, don't bring it all back. Nanette's on a lot of people's live streams on YouTube, so there's no telling where you can find her. Absolutely. Nanette pops up all the time, don't you, my darling? You pop up everywhere. Oh, fabulous. I am excited for it. I am excited for it. I love collabs. I do love collabs. I wish Kirsty was doing videos again, and I wish R. Kelly was doing videos so we could collab with everybody. Other than your videos in the kitchen, which is video, says Ed, I only watch the Hoof GP. Horse racing? I don't know what Hoof GP means. The vets? The horse vets? The horse general practitioners? I don't know what that means. Oh. My chat's just jumped. Bear with everybody. You sure have a whole load of plants. I was thinking, where's it all going to go? Well, now we've got potting stations. There's a whole new area that we've had to develop. There are hanging baskets with stuff in. All the front is now done. Oh my God, seriously, I can't wait till the plants that I put in this week, till they all start coming up on our entranceway, because it's going to look like a jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Whereas you got excited as you've got 3 flowers on your strawberry plant. That's great. That's good. That's good. Our strawberry plants are doing really, really well, actually. So yeah, they're doing well. Patricia's found so many great channels recently. You really am no longer alone in your way of thinking. There's so many of us. Oh my God, Patricia, like there is a community of us out here. Hi, Jess. Jessica Ryan says, come on, show the message. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all keeping well today and are having an awesome day. I'm having a good day today. Yes, I am having a good day today. I hope you're okay, my darling. Some lowlife has dug up your lilies that you planted in the communal garden at the back. That is shocking. That is shocking. You should plant some pyrocanthus round them next time, so they'll be stabby plants. He trims. Oh, it is a vet. He trims cows' feet in Scotland. Wow. 60s mascaras was a block that you spit on. Yes. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Oh, and the lilies had just started to flower as well. Oh, that's bad. Patricia's Major's grandma had one of those mascaras. Patricia, it definitely worked unless you cried. They're not so good. Absolutely. Your friends did a live stream from 10:30 p.m. till 4:45, and you were on it the whole time, and now it's 6:21. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Nanette, when do you sleep? The Major, you and Rufus are inspiring you with all our garden stuff. Do you know what? I think I said it in the video. I have wanted a garden every single year. I have planted things, and I've planted pots, and I've planted seeds, and every single year it gets like a couple of months later or a month or so later, and I forget. My time blindness kicks in. I go, did I water the plants? Oh, no, I didn't water the plants for the last 2 months. And then you go outside and everything's dead. And I'm like, why is everything dead? So yeah, I was gutted. I had an Acer that I had for years and years and years and years. And I moved it from the old house to this one in a massive, massive pot. And it was so lovely. And then one winter it just died. And I think with that, some of my sort of like love of gardening just went a little bit. It's not a vet, but works with the farmers and the vets. Oh, okay. But now, thanks to Rufus and he's now got a love of gardening. So I get to bask in all the reflected glory. He grows the veggies and I eat them. I think that's how it works. And I just plant flowers and go, these are my witchy herbs, don't touch those ones. These are my witchy plants, don't touch those ones. And these are my flowers that I'm planting for companion planting. But anyway, it is 20 minutes in and we haven't even talked about makeup. So oh gosh, excuse me, everyone's pouring coffee down my face. I know, right? As if my mouth wasn't big enough. But it's fine today because I have got makeup removal cloths. My cotton ones that are actually, you know, machine washable ones. My if anybody was with me on the other channel when I poo-pooed this blooming, what was it called? The makeup. Who made it? I can't remember. It was one of those makeup gallery things. It wasn't makeup gallery. I can't remember who it was. The vintage makeup thing. That was it. It was this white thing, and I was like, oh, that is such a pile of rubbish. No one needs that. I've still got them. The second one to this is in the wash thing in the bathroom, ready to go in my little bag, ready to go in the wash. And this one is like here. I have used them so much, it's ridiculous. But yes, Nanette says lots of people I watch on YouTube do horror movies and books and the latest stuff to that. So you watch YouTubes that are witches and I listen to them talk about books and herbs. Yay, that's really cool. I started filming for the Witchy channel. I started filming some YouTube shorts yesterday all about tarot, and then I didn't like how it was going, so I've stopped it. I'm going to rejig it and start filming it again. But for now, for this video, for today's live stream, what are we doing? So as I say, my hair's annoying me because I straightened it yesterday. Now it's gone curly, flicky. But anyway, for today's video, we are going to, what was rubbish? I remember you saying they were rubbish, but it shows you're open to having your opinion changed. What's that? What was rubbish? What was rubbish? I can't remember what was rubbish. Oh, you have to tell me what was rubbish, Major. My brain's done a jump. Anyway, so today's video. So I've got some ideas on quick and easy makeup. Okay, so some of it is seasonal and some of it is just standard tips and tricks. So, oh, the cloths, thank you very much. Yes. Oh, I'm always up for having my opinion changed. Always. You should always be in life. I believe very, very firmly that yes, you can have an opinion, but unless it is fact, like gravity exists, you know, unless it is something that is completely immutable, something that will never ever change, then I think we should all be open to ideas and having our opinions changed. Because try it, you might like it. You know, there was once upon a time where I'd never eaten Chinese food, I'd never had a curry, I'd never had, and eventually you try something and you go, oh, that's nice. The idea of something, you might think, ugh, and then you try it and you go, oh, that's quite tasty, or whatever it may be. A bit like makeup. I know, right? Nice little segue there. So then, today's makeup looks. So I've got probably 6 looks that we can talk about today. I'll probably only do about 4 on my face because I am going to do all of them and then take them off and start again with a new look. So what I thought, or not all of them, but we'll do 4 of them. So what I thought we would do is there are things that are very quick and easy, that are staples that some people still struggle with, and I thought what we'll do is we can chat about it on the live, and we can literally kind of how can I put it, we can literally kind of just chill and swap tips. So one of the looks that I thought I wanted to do was we'll start at the very basics, right? So one of them would just be a very quick and easy 3, is it 3? A light, a transition, an outer V, and maybe a shimmer. So 3 to 4, depending on how you want it. 3 to 4. 3 to 4 color look. Does that? Brain's gone. My brain's gone. Right. Hang on a second. Let me just. Doing okay, thank you for asking. Have good days and bad days. That's what happens when you have someone split up with you and leave you for an ex. Oh, Jess, I'm so sorry. Oh, my darling, I hope you're doing okay. Having to have a good day today. Oh, my darling, I hope you're doing okay. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm not on Facebook very often, so I didn't see it. But I have just changed my name back to my married name now, so it is back to Lisa Lee. Thank God. So yeah, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, my darling. I really am. Oh, big hugs to you, my love. Um, uh, oh, yeah, sending hugs as well from Ed and Ferry Holly Willoughby. That's shit. That really is. As Patricia said, you've got this. Look on it as someone spring cleaning for you. Yeah, you don't need that toxic energy around you. If she could do that, then you just don't need that in your life, my darling. You really don't. I know it's hard to go through, but in the long run, it'll be a blessing. If she could do that to you, she ain't worth it. She ain't worth it. Oh, I'm so sorry, my love. Look, Major says as well, sorry to hear that, Jess. Remember, the bad days are just bad days, not a bad life. Exactly, my darling. It's just a bad time. I hope that well, I know you've got good friends because we share some friends, don't we? So I know you've got people in your life that care passionately for you. So yeah, just hang on in there, my love. All right, hang on in there. Right, let's talk about some makeup and talk about lighter things. So, as I say, one of them will be a 3 to 4 color eyeshadow look, right? Using neutrals. I know you're all there about to fall off your chairs. I've got some neutral palettes in front of me. And so a very basic, very basic, but effective every day. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Little Miss Budget. They're a bit chipped now. I need to do them again, but it's just an emery red one. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, so the neutral palettes I've got in front of me, we're just going to use any one of them because they're all pretty much a standard. So this is the In the Buff, the W7 version of the Naked palette. I've got the W7 Buff Take 2, which is their new version of sort of the Naked, I think it's the Naked Take 2 or whatever it is. So you've got this sort of slightly warmer tone ones. And I've also got one of my favorites, in fact, one of the only palettes. I think I've only got 3 from this entire range, and I had loads of them. And this is from the chocolate I Heart Revolution chocolate collection, and it's the white chocolate one. So these are all very neutral for me, as you can see. Very sort of basic bitch, very basic troop looks. But I thought they would be perfect for those of you that are wanting a very quick and easy look in the office, straight to work, do the whole office thing, and then you know, you might be getting up at 5, 6 in the morning, getting on that bus, getting on that train, doing the commute, and you just want a quick and easy look. Or maybe, you know, you're jumping in the car, doing the look in the car. So this first look is going to be very easy for all of that. Okay, so that is the foreshadow look. So that's option 1 for the first one we do today. Option 2, I thought that we would look at, sorry, I've got a little bit of hay fever, to be honest, and my nose is just itching. Option 2, I thought that what we would look at would be maybe looking at a halo eye. So, you know, where you've got darker either side and a lighter bit in the middle, and to look at a really simple way of creating a halo eye effect without having to spend ages and ages on blending and all of that. So that I thought would be option 2. Option 3, I wanted to do quite a colourful-ish look, but to have it with that really simple blending hack from TikTok, you know, where you kind of like, you put the colours on and then you blend afterwards. So that'll be option 3. So what I'm going to do for, first of all, I'm probably going to do these in several rounds. So option 1, the first vote, sorry, yeah, this round will be the first look using neutrals with a 3 to 4 shadow look, literally a neutral look, a wearable office friendly look that is one and done, in and out in 10 minutes. Option 2, a halo eye with minimal blending, again, should be able to be done in about 10 to 15 minutes maximum. And the third look will be that TikTok sort of put the colors on together and blend them out, the TikTok hack. So that is what I'm going to get you to vote on. First of all, what is the first look? And there will be a couple more options. So what is the first look that you would like me to do today as one of our sort of quick and easy looks for lazy folks? What would you like me to do? Option one, the neutral look, 3 to 4 colors, 3 to 4 shadows, maximum neutral sort of eye. Option two, the halo, and option three, the TikTok, put the colors on and blend. Could you all now vote in the chat? Let's have a look at what the chat is saying. By the way, if you are just joining us, this is Coffee and Makeup. We do these every single Thursday morning. I drink coffee and put makeup on my face. So it is entirely a random, it's an entirely interactive get ready with me. It is all down to all of you on the live as to what ends up on my face. Today, it's going to be down to all of you as to what ends up on my face for the rest of the day, because some of these looks we are going to take off. Right then, so we've got in the comments, we have Patricia saying number one. Oh, hang on. We've got Little Miss Budget saying one, Major saying one, Ed saying halo. That's option two. Patricia saying one. See, you liked your picture of the moon. Oh, I haven't seen that, Jess. Thank you for the kind words. Oh, bless you, my sweet. No worries. So it looks like the first one we're doing is option one. Okie dokie then. So this can be done with any makeup palette whatsoever. Literally any makeup palette that is a standard kind of neutral palette. Now, again, you can even use something like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe if you want to change up the colors slightly. There's lots and lots of options. So basically take your pick. I don't know whether the white chocolate one is still available. I do know that I do know that this one is no longer available, but lots of you will have various different versions of something like this. So and equally in the buff palette, I'll show you that one as well. This one is slightly smokier, but also, you know, they're just standard neutral palettes, aren't they? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the white chocolate one because I know that these colors work for me. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to lay down a little bit of an eye base for all of these looks. Oh, in fact, I'll tell you what, shall we use an eye base or not? Shall we use an eye base or not? I tell you what, we'll use a concealer as an eye base because some of you might not have eye bases. Now, no, do you know what? Scrap that. I'm going to use my eye base because concealer, for me, doesn't work as an eye base because my lids are slightly oily, ever so slightly on the oily side. Because your eyelids are the thinnest skin on your body, apart from internal intimate skin, because that is the thinnest skin on your body, they can get a little bit oily, and as we get older they can either go really, really dry or that oil can increase slightly. So you may well find that your eyelids are getting a little bit oilier as we age. Now, what I would say is that if you do use a concealer, that's fine if you have really dry skin because the concealer is designed to be moisturizing. So if you put that over an oily lid, it's just going to really affect the way that the shadows work. So for me, I prefer something that's a little bit tacky, not with an oil base, if that makes sense. So my current favorite is this by Beauty Bay, and it's just their white eye primer. They've got lots of different versions, lots of different colors, different skin tone colors, all the way through from literally the white up to some really deep skin tone colors. So it is quite accessible to everybody, but for me, I like the white because then it gives me a very, very clear base, or very, very base. You know what I mean? It gives me a good base to have the colors do what they're supposed to do, rather than using a yellow tone or anything else where they slightly shift. They're not expensive. This one is, I think it was about £3, £4. So really not very expensive at all. So I would totally recommend it. It is another step in your makeup. So I do understand why some people are a little reticent. But to be honest with you, it does make a huge difference. It really does make a huge difference. So then, as you can see, I haven't put a massive amount on. I'm going to try and bring you a little bit closer, which means me moving, unfortunately. So there we go. I'm going to try and do it a little bit closer for you. So all I do is put the eye base on first and then just tap it into place and then take it up slightly because of my hooded eye. Again, let me know in the chat, everybody. Is the fan annoying? Can you hear the fan? Do I need to turn it down? I can turn it off if need be. Let me know if that is an issue for anybody in the chat. You're using the one from Revolution. Yep, the Revolution eye base is quite good. You all know my Rev Pro one, the dupe for the Mac. You know how much I love that. However, that is literally, I'm on the last legs of that, and I didn't want to use all of that up doing all of these different looks, if that makes sense. Oh, you can't hear the fan. Fantastic. Thank you. Right then, so I'm going to use just a fluffy brush. This happens to be one of my favorites from Spectrum. I'm certainly not going to use this blooming stupid sponge applicator thing that comes with it, because that's just ridiculous, isn't it? Right, I'm going to angle the light a little bit. You can't hear the fan either. Is that why your eyeshadows don't seem to last long? Probably. If your eyeshadows, if they kind of fade, or if they get a little bit crumbly or a little bit cakey, you know, sort of where they look a bit crusty after a while. If that's happening on your mobile lid, it could well be, Patricia, because the skin on your mobile lid is a little bit oilier than the rest of the skin on your eye. So you may well find, like up here where your brow bone, it's absolutely lovely and it sits nicely and it all looks nice. But anything you put on your mobile lid, after a little bit of wear, maybe an hour, it starts literally flaking off and it can look a little bit patchy. If that's what's happening, it probably is because you're not using an eye base. And it will just be reacting with the oils in your skin. Now, again, it's something that as we age, our skin does one of two things. It either gets oilier or drier. And you can have really dry skin throughout the rest of your life, and as we age, it can suddenly get oily, or vice versa. Or you can kind of have really normal, sort of absolutely kind of normal, perfect skin, and then all of a sudden it turns oily or it turns dry on your eyelids. And you can also find that different seasons it will change. As you're going through menopause, it might change. And if you're not going through menopause, even on your monthlies, it could change slightly because your body chemistry changes. All of that being said, let's get some makeup on. So I'm going to use, now we say 3 looks. So we're going to use a pale color as our sort of inner corner highlight and also my brow highlight. Okay, so 1 color to do both of those. Now, if you've got a palette like this, there's one matte here, which is, you know, quite a pale sort of pinky tone. And then this one down here is a shimmer. Now, you could use the shimmer for both. For the ease of blending, I like to go in with a matte. So I'm just going to take this matte shadow here. And then, shall we start the clock? So it is now 40 minutes in. It says 39 minutes on here, but we're just about 40 minutes in. So let's see if I can do this whole look on both eyes in around 10 minutes. Right then. So take quite a bit on the brush. And then I'm just going to place this on the inner corner. So I'm placing it, putting a bit more on the brush. And I'm placing it now. It is going to be sticking down into place because of that eye primer. So again, kind of tapping it into place in that inner corner and then taking it only to about 1/3, as you can see. So just not going all the way across, just taking it to about 1/3, because I am going to use a transition shade and I don't want the two to blend too much into one another. But while I'm at this point, I'm going to also load up the brush and do a little bit on the brow bone, just above, oh, sorry, just below my eyebrows. So again, I'm not going for that whole sort of shimmery year 2000 where they all had the shimmer on their brow bone. I'm just going for a slightly highlighted effect that will bring my brow bone slightly forward. Talking of coming slightly forward, I'm sat on a really awkward bit of the sofa just in between 2 seats, so it's not particularly comfortable. Thank you, Ed. Ed says, has everybody remembered to hit that thumbs up button? If you haven't, can you please do it now? Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you haven't already, do please hit that subscribe button, ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you each and every time I do upload a video. Right then, so that's our basic. As you can see, I think this side here is, I've got a slightly different lighting because the light here, maybe it's the lighting, maybe I'll just put a bit more on this eye, I don't know, but I've got a light just here in front of me there, and not on this side, so that's probably why it looks a little bit different. But I do also think that I might have just added a little bit more on this eye just underneath. Also, once again, as I'm talking, I'm realizing this is what I used earlier. Look, you can see how much eye makeup I took off, but for some reason, there we go. Never mind. Right, clock is still ticking, Lisa. Clock is still ticking. So then we're going to use a transition shade. Now, what I want for this is a slightly warm tone, mid brown. Okay. Now, again, depending on your skin tone, if you are a darker skin tone than me, take that mid brown a little bit deeper. What you want is a tone that is sort of, well, we're going to use two browns. Okay. So the deepest one we're going to put on the outer V, and then you want one that is literally in between, smack bang in the middle between the pale shade that we've put on in the inner, there we go, on the inner corner, and the one we're going to add to our outer V. Now, I'm not going to add the outer V color first. We're going to add the mid-tone brown. So for me, if I'm looking at a warm tone brown for my outer V, I'm probably going to choose this one here. And so therefore, for my mid shade, I've really only got two options with this palette, this one or this one. Now, this one's a shimmer, so we're not going to go for that one. So then we're probably looking at this one. Now, if I was to use this as my outer corner shade, then I would use this as my transition. So it all depends on how deep you want to go. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to use this as my transition shade and then use this one here as my outer corner V. You can go deeper. Again, just depends on how much of a bold look that you are wanting to do. Oh, Yaz is here. Hello, Yaz. I say hello to you, Yaz. I'll come back and do some comments in a minute after I've done the look today. So then, the mid-tone brown, all I'm doing is, remember everybody, where you place the color for the first time, especially with a primer, is where you're going to get most payoff, where it's going to stick down the most. So just remember that. So because I've done the pale color to about the third, and I know I'm going to use this outer third here for my deeper tone, I'm going to start just on the kind of the outer of the inner third, the outer of the middle third, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So like if I split my eye into three, you've got your inner third, your mid third, your outer third. So the mid third, the center third, on that outer bit here, so just here, where the two kind of thirds, that line would be, that's where I'm adding in the brown, and that's where I'm going to start off, just to add this in. And I'm just going to start off with my crease color, with my crease shape, and then take it onto that outer corner a little bit, and then just take off most of what's left on the brush. Just take off a little bit of what's left on the brush. So there's a tiny bit left, but most of it has come off. And then I'm just going to blend this across. So blendy, blendy, blendy. And this is where we're blending it into that paler shade and that outer, on that inner corner, like so. And then I'm just going to work that color in small kind of circular motions around, just to get it on my mobile lid, just there. So as you can see, if I open my eye, you've got that basic sort of smoky shape. And then I'm going in, actually, I'll do the other eye as well, because I hate it when YouTubers do one eye and then they don't do the other one at the same time. So you can't really see kind of what they're doing. It really bugs me. It's one of those things that YouTubers do that annoys me. By the way, there is a video coming all about that. So if you haven't left me a message and there is something that YouTubers do that annoys the hell out of you, whether it's in the beauty field or whatever, do please go and have a look on the community tabs on this channel and let me know what it is that YouTubers do that annoy you the most. Because there is a lot of things that I get really wound up by. And most of them are really they're really nothing. They're really inconsequential, but they really annoy me when they do them. Right, I'm going in with that lighter shade again, and I'm just going to tap that into the inner corner and then just slightly to where I've just put that mid-tone brown. Okay, so again, slightly to put that mid-tone brown, take it off my brush, and then just slightly blend those two together. So I'm just working that mid-tone brown into that paler color and vice versa. So I don't know whether you can see, I seem to have, oh, it's just the shadow, just the way the shadow's falling. Every time I turn, there's this dark bit here that isn't on this eye, just the way the shadows are falling. Right, so then we go back to our palette and we're now taking the darker color, this one here, doopy-doo, 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 and not too much on the brush, because we can always add, we can't really take away. And now I'm going to just go in again on that outer V, that outer third, and I'm just packing it on the mobile lid part, and then I'm going to take the brush up. So I'm starting on the mobile lid and then taking that brush up. Okay, so again, for me, that bit's really important because it's placing the color here, and then whatever's left on the brush, I'm using to create that actual look. And then I'm just going to blend it slightly in to that mid-tone brown. Okay, so I don't want to go too dark on the outer corner, but you can see the difference. Look, you can see the depth that it's giving me. So again, and again, if you want to use a smaller brush, you can use a smaller brush. What I've been doing, in all honesty, this last few months, when I've been doing my makeup off camera, and a couple of times I think on camera, is I've been doing this kind of motion, again, where I'm taking it all the way up, doing it like this, la 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 la, and then I will go in with my wipe or my cotton round or whatever, and I will then clean up under my eye. So again, just to get a bit more of a winged out shape if I wanted a more like point. But today I'm not really worried about a point because we are just gonna sort of, this is an everyday workable look. So we're not going to do anything too fancy for this, but I'm just taking a little bit more color because of my hooded eye. I'm just dipping into that deeper brown. And again, when I say dipping in, I mean literally tap and it's done. And then I'm just taking it up a wee bit like so. Now you might think there's nothing now on this part of my mobile lid. And you're right, there isn't. Now there are two options here. You can either go back in with your pale matte color, which I'll show you on one eye. So I'm just taking it on my finger and I'm just going to place this on here. So just that matte color. And again, it's keeping it really simple and it's getting a cohesive look. So that same matte color here is what's also going through the top of my brow bone and that inner corner. So it's literally that one color. That is my matte color. That's my palest color. On the other eye, I'm going to take, I tell you what, we'll go a little bit shushy, shall we? A little bit oosh. And we're going to take this slightly goldy color here. So again, if your palette doesn't have one, you could go for a ivory color or something like that. I just think I quite like the pale gold look that this does. So as you can see, take it on my finger. I always use my finger for my shimmers just because I personally find it a little bit easier. And then I just place it and tap it into place like so. So you can see the difference. With the gold shimmer, you've got a little hint of color. With the pale, if you wanted to go for a more toned down matte look, that works just as well. Then what I would do is go with an angle brush. So an angle brush, and I would take the mid-tone. So the middle tone that we use, which is this brown here. And I use that as my eyeliner. So for my lower lash line, sorry. So I'm taking it all the way along my lower lash line. Now again, because I'm using that same tone, it brings the look, it really does bring that look together. It creates a cohesive look, a cohesive tone all the way through. Like so. But then going back in with the deeper shade, and I'm just going to slightly use that on the outer third of my lower lash line. So literally just here, and again, I'm angling the brush, so I'm just placing it just here. And then that color then matches what I've got on the outer V. So literally it goes from the outer V, the lighter color underneath there, is the same color I've got as my transition shade, the color that goes all the way across my lid. And then that deeper tone is just on that outer V, just so that that all matches. And then all you need to do is whack on some mascara. You could use an eyeliner if you wanted to use an eyeliner with this. You could use a brown or you could use a black, depending on what you want to do. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really depends on what I'm doing. So I'll tell you what, I would do this as if this was an honest, authentic. If I was doing this authentically to go out of the house, what I would actually do is if I'd done this eye, no, if I'd done this eye with the gold, I would use a liquid eyeliner. So I would do this. So it would be like that. I'll go place the felt of it right up against the crease, the point, that point bit, you know, that bit there, that bit, I don't know what it's called, that bit there, the inner creasy pointy bit, the bit where you get your eye bogies, that bit, right? So place that there and then bring it across the lash. As you can see, that is slightly higher than my lash line because that's given me the line that I am going to then fill in. And again, you can see I've got quite creasy lids. You can see that my lids move as I'm painting them. And then I just fill that in. Okay, so, and then my little wing. Like so. But then, again, if I was doing this in real life, on this eye, what I would do is take the darker tone again. So again, we're only now still using the, for this eye, it will be the 3 shades. So the pale shade that's at the top over the mobile lid and in the inner corner, the deeper V and the mid-tone. So all I would do is take the deepest color, take it on, again, a flat angle brush, and then run this, close my eye, and then run this up to my lash line. And again, as I'm applying the eyeshadow, I'm actually angling my brush, so I'm kind of putting it on that corner. So if you imagine, if this is the, imagine this is the thickness of the brush, right? So this is the thickness of this brush. I'm putting the eyeshadow just on this edge. So literally just on the edge of the brush, like so. And then as I'm doing it, I'm just running it on my lashes and putting it to my lash line. Now again, that is, it kind of creates a different look, if you like. Now you could go to a deeper brown, so you could use like the deepest one you've got in your palette if you wanted to add an extra shade, and just do that on the outer corner or even all the way across. But for me personally, I quite like having kind of like, again, like split face, I know, right? But I quite like having, if I'm using a shimmer, I like a black because it helps the shimmer to pop. If I'm using a matte, I quite like that brown, especially once you add in, I'm just holding me mascara. Once you add in the mascara, I think it actually works quite nicely. So look, this is the MAC Stack mascara that I am totally in love with. Okay, so that's the look with that eye. And then with this one, with that softer brown, it actually makes the mascara pop even more. As you can see, it actually takes that look and lifts it. That black of the mascara on this eye looks a lot more intense than it does with this eye with the liner, because you've got that big bold black line. And then all I would do normally is just run that on my lower lash line. And then that would pretty much be the look. So what was that? That was 16 minutes, and that was faffing around with the two different sides. So you would have, hang on, how can I do it? There we go. So this is the brown side. So again, using the brown lashes, you can see where I've taken the outer V and I've taken it slightly up. So even with my hooded lid, you can still see that brown. When I close my eye and blink, you can see that that pale shade is there. A really simple, easy work look. Put a neutral lip on. But then if you wanted something that's ever so slightly bolder, you can see with this look, just by the change of having that black eyeliner and then that shimmery gold, you can see the difference. Look, so this is a bit more intense, still suitable for work, but maybe a little bit more vavavoom-y than this side. So you can literally see how it's the exact same look, the exact same colors. I've just changed the one detail about that shimmer and then the eyeliner as well. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that as our first look. Very, very simple, using 3 to 4 shades. So a pale shade, a transition shade, an outer V, and then either the same pale shade on your lid there, which is the 3, or a shimmer shade, which is your 4. And that gives you very, very simple look. Very, very simple look. But I think as you can see, look, if I I think it's effective, and I think you could further, just with a clean smudging brush, you could further smoke that out if you wanted it even more sort of diffused, to really smoke this out a little bit more just by doing that, and really to take that out further, or you could deepen it up depending on what you want to do. So that is the first of today's easy looks for lazy folks. So that's your work look. You always use your shimmer though, as you've got to add a bit of sparkle to open your eyes up. You don't have to, because again, look, if you use a shimmer, use a black liner. But for some people, that black liner can be really heavy. So if you don't want to use that, if you're going to go for a brown liner or even a taupe or something a bit paler, you can still get away with it, and it makes your mascara pop. But then I would recommend going for a matte, like a matte highlighter, if that makes sense. So there you go. Right then, one down. I'm going to catch up on the chat now. I'm going to use my cotton round, but the washable one. These, I've got to say, these are the Revolution ones. They are the best ones. I've got all these other little foofy ones and all these other ones from various companies. The Revolution ones really are the best ones. Let's have a look. So what are you all saying in the chat about the first look? What do you think? Oh, lefties are the most creative, Ed. We use the creative side of our brain more. Rufus is a lefty. That's because we're geniuses, Major, says Ed. Are you both lefties? Oh, Little Miss Budget's a lefty as well. Wow, you're all lefties. You're not the most creative. You are creative, Ness. You're doing a whole makeup series on the YouTube. If that isn't creative, I don't know what the blooming hell is. Literally, like, you literally spend hours and hours and hours creating stuff. So, thank you everyone for saying that the looks were good. The shimmer one is great. Thanks, Patricia. Thank you, Ness. You loved it. Thank you. Although you did use your Colourpop Coral palette this week. Hang on, I can't read the message. And someone commented that you look very summery. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thank you everyone. Thank you, Nanette. That's the first look done. So then the second look, we're going to bring in again the option of the halo eye. So a simple halo eye. No, actually, do you know what? We're not. We're going to take the halo eye out of the equation on the second one. So the second one we're going to look at, I'll give you two options, okay? To make sure I've got all of that makeup off my face before we start even prepping our skin for the next look. So I'll give you two options. Option one will be a colourful look, a minimal colourful look, don't panic, Major, based on eyeliner. so using the eyeliner to bring in the color. And the second look will be that blended TikTok hack. Okay, so the first one is going to be using one of the Fenty eyeshadow eyeliners that I've got to create a summery look. Now you can use any one of these, the coral, the green, or the blue. I'm probably going to use the green just because it's most striking, or maybe the blue. I don't know yet. But I'm going to use one of those colors as pretty much the only color you are going to see. So again, a very neutral eye with that bold pop of eyeliner. The second look will probably be maybe using this. Oops. Maybe using this palette, the Dreamer palette, or maybe using, I don't know, what else have I got in front of me? The neon, oh, Jesus, the Huda Beauty neon, just to lay down the color in blocks to then blend. So let me know in the chat what you would prefer. Would you prefer the next look is the eyeliner look, to basically take the eyeliner and create the summer look from the eyeliner, or the TikTok blend hack? What would you prefer that I do next? Please vote now if you're here on the live. Let's have a look at what people are saying. Let's have a look. Oh, TikTok blend hack. TikTok blend hack. Number 3 suggests, I guess that means TikTok blend. Okie dokie. You start on your left eye when you're doing your makeup, really? You can switch between both hands. That's amazing. That must take so much time. You don't use TikTok, so you vote for that one. The blend hack sounds good, right? Okay, that's what we're doing then. We're going to do the blend hack. Now, I haven't tried this. So we'll see how it goes. By the way, if you are watching this on the replay, please put the coffee cup or the teacup emoji into the chat today. That would be a really good emoji to have, because we are doing lots of yums with the coffee today. I'm drinking lots of coffee. So yes, please put the coffee cup or the teacup emoji, whichever one that is, into the chat, because technically we've just gone past midday, so we are no longer the coffee morning crew. As we're now in the afternoon. Does that make sense? It does. Right then, Nanette, you're feeling the effects of being up all night and you need to sleep. You'll stay up until you've read your message. I've read it, my darling. You get yourself to bed. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Lovely evening? No. Have a lovely sleep is what I was trying to say. And we'll see you on another live very, very soon, my darling. So you take care of yourself, Nanette, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for staying up super late, you know what I mean, and joining me this morning. So yay. Right then, let's have a little look. So the basics for the TikToky hack, the tickety-tockety hack, are, she says, just getting comfortable again. Oh, there we go. So the basics for the TikTok hack are that you basically put your eye primer on. You then use I'm going to use a neutral eye base as a sort of a setting powder, if you like. So it completely negates the point of using an eye base. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw the camera around there. I'm just trying to move you a little bit closer. There we go. So it does kind of completely remove the point of having an eye base, but what it will do is give you a neutral base that the foundation, that your eyeshadow is not going to come through. The moisture from your oils from your skin isn't going to affect your eyeshadow, but you're still going to be able to blend because you're putting the colors on top of a powder rather than top of a a sticky primer. That's the word I was looking for. So then here we go. I've also misplaced my mirror again. I have this mirror that always, wherever I put it, it walks. So yeah, that's a thing. So I'm just going to use, in fact, I'll tell you what, we might as well use the Huda Beauty. No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm going to use this one for the mirror, but I'm going to use this palette for the colors, and we'll see what blends we can get with this, because we do have a yellow, a pink, and an orange. So we should, in theory, be able to get quite a nice blend, and in fact, that blue. So we're just going to put all four down. The look isn't going to work in the color palette, isn't going to work at all. It really isn't going to work. But you'll see the hack, if that makes sense. You'll see if it works for the blend. Right then, so shut up, Lisa. Just get on and put this stuff on your face again. So we're an hour in and we've done one basic look. So because I was talking for so long, so we're going to cram through this next one a little bit faster. This is all how the look goes. So we this is how the hack works. So you put your eye primer on. So again, we do this. You see, this is it now, Ness. If you're on that tickety-tockety, you need to be all over this stuff if you want to go viral. All the tickety-tockety hacks, you know, where you're like, blend your makeup out using a tea bag. I don't know. Put your foundation on using a tennis ball. Hit by Martina Navratilova at 65 miles an hour. That will get you a love. And there are some other ones that I'm going to try in a future video of TikTok makeup hacks. You know, like spraying the hell out of your face with a setting spray before you put your foundation on. And then when you've put your foundation on, you spray the hell out of it again. And then you do. And it seems ridiculous, but it's like you use your body weight in setting spray for some reason, apparently. Right, I'm going to use this La Cura setting powder. This is the one that the lovely May just sent me. I do intend on, right, in fact, I'll tell you what, shall we all have a quick conversation, everyone? Because I have an issue, I have a problem with the YouTubes, right? And I need your help, because we've got some big brains here now on the chat and in this community, and I need your help. So YouTube on this channel just pushes the Slimming World content, which is fine. I'm here for that. I don't mind that. But it means that the makeup looks don't get any love. So I'm more than happy putting all the makeup content on a Thursday with you all here on the live, unless there is something specific like the mascara video or something else where I'm testing out a lot of different products. Okay, so I'm more than happy to do that. But what was I saying? Oh, my train of thought has just jumped. What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, testing hacks and things like that. So these other videos, right? Because I'm not going to buy a brand new palette just to review it, because I don't need any more palettes. This is, see what's changed, Major? I'm going to put my eye base down, right? So because I don't need, sorry, my setting powder, because I don't need any more palettes, it seems completely nonsensical to buy palettes purely and simply for the sake of reviewing them just because they're new. I would much rather wait. If I want a palette, you know, that is particularly amazing, I'd much rather wait until that goes down in price to then make it affordable, because quite frankly, I've got every color imaginable in most formulas, in most types of different, like from different companies, from low end to high end, that I could ever want, and more than I can ever need. So, but I really enjoy doing the makeup stuff. So I guess my question is, like, should I just put all of the makeup content on Thursdays? Shall we just have Thursdays with like being all about makeup? And then not worry about the other videos, like testing out the mascaras and doing all of that. What do you all think in the chat? I guess that's what I'm asking, right? What do you think in the chat? Do you think it's just like, because it is a waste of time and effort if YouTube doesn't actually send it out to anybody. It's an absolute pain. But also there is a part of me that I really enjoy doing makeup videos. So it's kind of like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And I just need a second or third or fifth opinion, really. So what do you all think in the chat? Right, while we're discussing that in the chat, I am going to I've lost a brush. Bugger. Right. I don't know where that brush has gone then. Right, okay, pants. I need a right, here we go. Right then, so the brush I'm going to use isn't the brush that I wanted to use. Oh, I used the Morphe brush. Hang on. Right, I've got one. Right, so for this hack, for the hack itself, we lay the colour down quite thick, okay? So we're going to start off with the, we'll just go in this order with the blue. So this hack, we put the colours on kind of like, no. Right, we put the colours on super thick, like this. Right, no blend. My God. And then the yellow. Right, this is going to be weird. I'm going to put the yellow next to it. I'm going to put a nice block of yellow. Right, I'm testing this so that you lot don't have to, by the way. You know this, don't you? You know I'm putting myself through it. I don't know why I did both eyes, because if this doesn't work, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll use the Huda Beauty palette after this and see if I can make that work. Right, and then the bright pink, and we'll put that down next to it. So imagine this is like a random pride look or something. I mean, technically, that is now the pansexual pride flag: the yellow, the blue, and the pink, blue, yellow. So yeah, bum, 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 bum. So we lay it on really thick, and then we're putting the orange on as well. So this is going to be super interesting. Right, like there we go, like that. So the hack, right? We've literally laid the colours down ridiculously thick and heavy, right? So we've literally just put them onto place. And then the hack is that you then get a soft blending brush. So a soft blending brush. So I've got this one, which I don't know where this one came from. It's one of these. It was in a makeup palette somewhere. What, Eddie? I haven't got anything, mate. You have to wait a second. I'll let you out in a minute. In a minute. Let me just do this hack to see whether we can make this work. Right. And then, and again, the colours are not going to look right. It's not going to be the most flattering look in the world because this is just laying down bold colours. Okay. So remember that. So, and also look at all that fallout under there. Ridiculous. But anyway, right. So then we take our fairly thick sort of blending brush and we just rub the lines together. Okay. So this isn't like deeply blending the colours into one another. We just lay them down thick and then you go over that line where they meet and you just go, you just rub it in and out like that. Maybe this is the wrong brush because this just seems to be taking the colour off altogether, doesn't it? I mean, that isn't blended. That's just... Well, yeah. Right. I tell you what, before I pass judgment, let's use maybe a better quality. We'll use a better quality eyeshadow on this side. Right then. So, oh, I know. Here we go. I've got the Revolution Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise. Right. There's lots of colours here that we can blend together, and these I do know. These are blendable. So this is what we'll do then. So we'll go with the, I'll tell you what, we'll go with the yellow, not yellow, the bright pink there. We'll put that one on first, on that inner corner. And then we'll go with this bright blue. Oh God, the fallout is real. So we use that bright blue next to it. Wow, it's actually this brush. It's got like a real, at the end is really pointy, but anyway, never mind. So we'll put the blue next to it, really thick, really cake it on, because this is apparently what you do on the hack. And then I'm going to use this purple next to the blue. So in theory, it should go pink to purple. No, I'll tell you what, we'll put the yellow. We'll put the yellow on because it should go. It should go like the pink and the blue should make a really nice purple, and then we should get a really nice green with that blue and yellow, shouldn't we? That should work, if that makes sense. So this is supposed to be the hack, right? And I've seen it all over TikTok, and I've seen it where people come out. I'm going to add a bit more blue in that because that blue isn't very, very pigmented. And I've seen it where people come out with the most gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shades, and they almost do like a rainbow. I've seen like the Pride rainbow, and they literally just go with a blending brush, and it self blends. But this is exactly what they do. So we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll try it. This was supposed to be a look. This is going to be dead easy, and maybe that isn't going to be the case. But we'll see. We'll see. I put this stuff to the test, so you don't have to. I thought this was going to be maybe a workable hack. Maybe it's not. Right. So this is a better blending brush. This is the Spectrum blending brush. So again, we merge these colors together. We rub them at the top and blend it down like so. Oh, actually, that blue is disappearing completely, to be fair, but I think it's because that blue shadow isn't great. But, and then I mean, no, that hack does not work. It was supposed to. I'm really pissed off at that. I'm really pissed off at that. Let me just. I've seen so many people do it. I've seen so many people do it, and I've literally done the exact thing that they've done. Right. Let me just see if we move the pink into the blue and then move that across. No, because that's just going to muddy. The pink's going to muddy into the yellow. So it definitely wasn't that. It was just you mash that, you mash that. Okay, well, that hack has absolutely been debunked. So there you go. You've just got the 3 stripes exactly. And it's supposed to be pink then becomes like a purpley blend in the middle. And then there we go from the purple to the blue, and then from the blue to the yellow, to a green, and then to the yellow. That did not work at all. Let me just, I'm determined, you know, I am determined. Let me just do one more go over with this. Like there's no blue left on that brush, on that shade at all, is there? No. Right. Let's try on this eye where there is still some of that other blue. Let's see with this blending brush if that makes any difference at all. Oh, I mean, it's blending the blue out on this side, as you can see, but it isn't blending it with that yellow. Right, let's try the yellow and the pink here, because that yellow and that pink should make a very similar orange color to what we've got on the outer corner. No, it's just all gone muddy and faded. Oh, well, there we go. Hack officially zeroed. Hack, yeah, debunked. That is not a good hack. So don't try that at home. I'm so pissed off. I really want to. Oh, wow. You know, it wouldn't be a Thursday, would it? It wouldn't be a coffee and makeup if there wasn't something that went horrendously wrong as I was trying it live on stream. Neither of these, I would not go out the house with either of these. They look like I've done a really big, bold pride look, then went out and partied for several hours, and then crawled home at 5, 6 in the morning with a kebab and a stranger. That's what it looks like. Not that I ever used to do that, you understand, because I never used to eat kebabs. But no, I mean the stranger bit. I never used to do that bit. So yeah, officially, hack failed. Right, let's remove that. Let's remove that. Is the final clip on TikTok not edited though? I'm sure they go off camera and do it properly. Possibly, Major. As I say, I've seen this done many, many, many times on the Tickety Tockety. Do they not blend very similar colors? No, I've seen them literally do like the Pride rainbow flag colors where they've blended them. They've literally done them dum 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 across like all 6 colors across the eye, and then they've basically gone like on the little lines as they meet, and then they've blended seamlessly into this perfectly blended rainbow. I've seen that several times, and yeah, as you say, I think it is trickery. I think it is tickety tockety trickery, and I do not believe it. But there we go. We have tried it. That hack is an absolute fail, 100% fail. So there we go. You think it's a con and totally edited. Yep. Not impressed. You look like a 5-year-old trying Big Sister's makeup. Absolutely. Don't I just? Oh my God, that's bonkers. That is absolutely bonkers. Your 19-year-old cat is now on her last legs, but she's not in any pain. Oh, bless you. I've got the right to choose. Yeah, I know, right? Talking of Pride, they've got Wizard of Oz Pride t-shirts in Primark, in case you wanted to have a look and hadn't realized. I don't ever shop in Primark. Also, meh. Like you said, it seems like a waste of money to get new palettes just to review them. If it feels right, then carry on. Well, I know. As long as you're enjoying the content you create, then do what feels right for you. This is the thing. I'm bored senseless of talking about food. I've got a bloody eating disorder. So the more videos I make about food, the more it is that I get triggered. But even though I had a really good result this week, I still find it really triggering. But for Rufus, he's doing great guns, and he's past that point, whereas I still find it difficult. But I'll find a way round. I'll find a way of making it work. I think I'll just do Thursdays will just be like where I do my makeup thingies, and then if there is anything that we you know, that I particularly want to do midweek, then I can always add an extra video in. But I think it's going to be Rufus in the kitchen with Rufus on a Monday. Rufus is Mondays, and then Tuesdays will be Slimming World related. So sometimes there'll be recipes. Oh, my battery's going. Oh, hang on everyone, don't go anywhere. I know, right? As if you're controlling the battery power. Hang on everybody, there we go. So Mondays are going to be in the kitchen with Rufus's. And then Tuesdays will be random Slimming World related. So we might do another magic bag. We might film at Surplus to Purpose, and actually like do some sort of interview with them there. We might do, I don't know, we could do all sorts of random Slimming World-ish videos. And then Wednesday is obviously going to be the weigh-in still, because we enjoy that. That's a good one. Eddie Munster. Eddie, thank you. And then Thursdays will be the makeup, I think. I think that's the way it's going to work. Has anyone got any recommendations for channels to replace Lisa's makeup videos? You cheeky mare. I've just seen that, Major. You cheeky mare. What would you do without me, Major? What would you do without me? You'd certainly, well, you'd try TikTok hacks. That's what you would do, wouldn't it? you would be swiping those colors in a giant flag all across your face. I know. Right then. Right then. So we've done 2 today. So the third option, we're going to do 2 more looks. Okay, so we've got them. Having makeup stuff on one day would probably work well for you. It gives it its own identity rather than being lost in between Cineworld stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know you love a makeup video. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I also want to do some more gothy makeup videos on the other channel. There is going to be 2, maybe 1 Killstar hauls. I got 4 items in May, I think it was. Might have been April. And then Rufus bought me 4 items in the sale for my birthday. So as well as me tattoo and taking me out to dinner and everything else, he really did spoil me. I also got some Killstar items. So there will be I know, right, I'm turning into a bloody Killstar queen, aren't I? But there will be some a Killstar video coming up very soon, or possibly 2 with a haul. So I really do like that. And I think I'm also going to do things like I might hunt around in some charity shops for some, but I don't need any. See, this is it. I don't need any more clothes, so I might not do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because we'll turn into that other YouTuber who did beauty content and then did a whole bunch of charity shop hauls and candle making. But anyway, let's not do that. How is your tattoo healing? It looks fab. Do you know what? It's healing absolutely fantastically well. I don't know whether you can see it. All apart from the tail feathers. Where am I going to show you? There, just this tail just here. It's a little bit sore, just where he's gone over it with the lining pen. Doodah. Hi, love. Good morning. How are you? Did you sleep okay? You did an enormous fart at one point in the night. I giggled. I thought I woke you up. I was laughing. I did. I was like, it was a really funny fart. Not that farts are funny. But yes, Patricia, you found us through the Witchy and Tarot channels, but always enjoy your coffee and makeup one. Thank you, my darling. I am going to be doing, I'm doing my Lisa's interpretation, or Lisa's guide to how I personally interpret the tarot, right? So I've got the Radiant Rider-Waite Smith, the Thelema Tarot, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, and the Macabre Tarot, 4 very, very different takes on the tarot cards. And I started filming them as YouTube shorts, and I don't like how it was going. So I'm going to rejig it and I'm going to redo them. So those videos are coming up over there. Right then, however, Rufus, if you pop the kettle on, your coffee's made. You just need to add your hot water to it in your jug. Are you all right, love? Okay. So yes, there's also, I tell you what, we've also got all sorts of recipes coming up on this channel because we filmed a few, and Rufus did a whole, how long did it take you to cook dinner yesterday? It was like a 3-hour, oh, for today's dinner, 3.5 hour recipe that we haven't tried. Well, we've had a little bit of the beef, haven't we? Just like tasted it. Oh, did you not taste it? Oh, what do you mean you didn't taste it? Oh. So I was the guinea pig. So if I dropped down dead after half an hour, you know that the beef was gone off. Oh yeah. So Rufus made what curry is it? Just a beef madras. Really nice, really nice. You bet I've caught the tattoo bug again and want more now. This is the first of 3 crows that I'm getting. So there will be 2 more crows coming, and there will be another tattoo. I want this one adapted. I want to have some flowers and that put around the bottom of it at some point. So yes. Right then, anyway, back to today's makeup look. So a couple more options for you all. We've got the halo eye look. So again, using a neutral-ish palette and then creating that halo with that shimmer in the middle, but doing it in a nice simple way and actually blending. Again, should be about 10 to 15 minutes for both eyes maximum. If you don't know what a halo eye is, it's where it's deep on the outside V, like we did before, a shimmer in the middle, but then instead of it being pale on the inner V, that inner corner, it's actually a darker color. And basically what it does is it creates like a halo. It makes your eyelid pop, but then you take the color that's on either side and you actually meet it in the middle, so around like where you have your crease line. So it's quite an interesting look. And you can sort of angle them up and do a tiger eye and all of that stuff if you want. So that'll be option 1. Option 2, we'll do the I tell you what, option two we'll do a classic smoky eye. Okay, so option 2 will be a classic smoky eye, so using darker colors. So you're sort of your more where's the palette I was going to use for this one? Maybe so maybe these. Maybe I want to go slightly darker. Actually, there we go. Is it that one? No. Where's the palette? I've just had a palette here, and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do, and now I've lost the other palette. It was literally right here, and now it's not. What? Hold on, everyone. It's because it fell on the floor. Never mind. So the W7 Buff Take 2. This is still available in Home Bargains and B&M. I think it's like $4.99, $3.99. But you can see we've got these darker browns here that we can do a classic smoky eye. So not a black smoky eye, not charcoal, not goth, just using browns to create a more classic smoky eye. So then those are going to be your options: a halo eye or a smoky eye. So if you want to see me do a halo, do a halo. And if you want to see me do a smoky, put smoky. So 1 is halo, 2 is smoky. Please vote now. Okay, let's have a little look-see at what is happening in the comments. Lots of cat talk. I don't know what's happening with cats. Jess's cat. Glad your cat is not in pain. Hope she had an awesome life. Oh no. Oh no, hang on. Oh, Patricia's cat. Patricia's cat passed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Patricia. Oh, that's awful. Let me try and find the comments. Oh, she's not in any pain. She's 19 years old. Oh, bless her. Oh, I hope she's okay, my darling. Hang on, Jess. I've just seen a comment. You might let the cat go free. What? I don't know what that comment's relating to, Jess. You might let the cat go free. For free. All that matters to you is they have a good home and a good life and meet new people and make new friends. Oh, my darling. Are you having to rehome your cat? That's awful. I hope everything's okay with your cat, Patricia, as well. I seem to have missed something in the chat, but yeah, hopefully everything's okay. She's been an indoor cat since day 1, says Patricia. Never had any issues with her, except when she attacked the ambulance man trying to get me to hospital. Oh, bless you. Bless. Jess, if you definitely need to move the cat on, please contact a local cat rescue org to help rehome them rather than advertise them or sell them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Jess. I recommend what the Major said there. If you do need to rehome your cat, there are rehoming organizations and charities around. So please, please, please do go down that route rather than just sticking an ad on Facebook somewhere, because you'll get anybody and you don't know what they're going to do to the cats. Oh, my darling, you love cats and have had them since you left home at the age of 14. 5 in all, cats. They've died of old age. I know I'll miss Aisha when she goes. Oh, bless. Oh, don't. You get me all upset thinking about when cats pass. Does Halo Eye work with bright colours? You've never tried it before. We can have a look. Your cat is 7 and having kittens. Oh, it's having kittens. Oh, oopsie. I take it they weren't planned then. Right, everyone's asking for a halo eye. Fantastic. Right, okie dokie. So we'll do a halo eye, and we're going to start with the Beauty Bay eye base. I know, right? So I'm going to use the W7 Buff palette because I haven't used this yet. As you can see, it's still got the plastic on it. One of my, oh, I'll buy that and use it for a video, and then I didn't, and it's just sat here. So yes. So let's do the eye primer first. We thought our neighbour's cat next door was pregnant, actually. We were absolutely convinced. There was myself, Rufus, and our neighbours next door upstairs, because we live in masonettes. No, we don't. We live in flats, but you know, it's like a masonette block. And we were absolutely convinced that the female of the two cats was pregnant, but they are convinced they've had her done. So I think she's just getting fat, because the last few days, whenever we've come in from work, you know what I mean? When we've come in from shopping, she's been out and she's literally been meowing to the point where Rufus then opens up the ham or whatever we bought, and we'll give her some ham before we've even brought it in the house. So literally, I think the cats now know that if they wait, as Rufus gets out of the car with the shopping bags, if they're like, meow, I'm so hungry, I've not been fed in days, look at me, he will give in and give them a little bit of ham or a little bit of chicken or something. It's really, really funny. When we went out for my birthday, when we came home from there, we brought home like the ribs and things, the bones for the dogs, and some of the meat that Rufus didn't. Did he finish it? I think he ate most of his meat. I don't think he liked the ribs. So like the ribs had the meat on, and I finished my ribs. So we brought all those bones back for the doggos. But the cats were there going, look at me, I've not eaten in days. So they had a little bit of the chicken skin and a little bit of the chicken meat, because we didn't eat, like we didn't strip the carcass like we would at home, or like I would at home. And so yeah, so now the cats know if they just go, they get fed. So I think this female cat that we were all convinced is preggers, I think she's literally just put weight on, because she's probably going up to 5 or 6 houses in the street, and everybody's feeding her. Absolutely bonkers. It's so funny that so now opposite us, right, there's downstairs has the two cats, which we are now also like feeding tidbits to, and Rufus bought some food for them the other day. And also the upstairs flat has a giant bulldoggy type, no, it's not a bulldog, a pit bull mixed with something, a big dog. Looks, I don't know what it is. I don't know what breed it is. I want to say Staffy, but it's not Staffy. It's like a big dog, but it's a terrier, bull breed terrier. One of them, right? And whenever we come in from shopping, he moans and moans and moans and moans, because he's got Rufus trained. Rufus will come in and then go, I'll give him a pig ear. So he'll come in, open up the trough, open up the crate where we got the treats for our three, and then go and give him a pig ear, or go and give him a lamb bone, or whatever it is that he's got. So we're now feeding next door's downstairs cats and next door upstairs dogs. I know, right? I know. Well, not feeding, but you know, they're having treats. Which is just, it just makes me laugh, because they've all got Rufus very, very, very well trained. Right then, let's have a look at this. Oh, taking the thing off for the first time. So then, oh, actually, it is quite a nice palette look. I don't know why there's this sudden like neutral orange. There's like this corally pink color. I mean, it's quite nice, don't get me wrong, I do quite like it actually. So then what are we doing? We're doing the halo eye, aren't I? So with the halo eye, I'm not going to put any setting powder on, okay? I'm just going to leave the primer on. So what you do with the halo eye, and this time I'm going to take this angled shadow brush just because it's a little bit easier, and I'm not going to go into the darkest color. I'm going to go into, like, I could use that one. Is that I tell you what, shall we swatch? Shall we do some swatches? Shall we do some live swatches? Let's do live swatches, because I've not used this palette before. Right. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12. Should we just do all 12? Shall we do it? Shall we? Shall we? Let's. Right. The first matte creamy shade. And then we've got a sort of creamy goldy shimmer. We've got a lighter goldy shimmer. That's a bit crumbly, that one, actually. And then we've got that pinky coral. They're all a little bit crumbly, but let's see what they swatch like. So the matte cream shade, well, that's gone on quite nicely. Actually, for $3.99, $4.99 palette, I'm already impressed with that one shade, because these creams normally are quite, the creamy sort of ivory shades are normally quite difficult. That's gone on nicely as well, that shimmer. Okay, okay, W7, I see you. That's the more, okay, these are actually okay. These are actually quite nice. And then that's the coral. Now, I wasn't expecting much from that, but it's definitely showing up. Look at that. Okie dokie. All right. Okay. I see you, W7. I see what you're bringing. I see what you're bringing. I'm picking up what you're putting down, as they say. Right. Okay. Like that. So then we go in with the sort of coppery shade, a dark brown shimmer. We'll do the dark brown, and that almost looks like a charcoal. I mean, they do look quite, there's a bit of kick up, and they do look quite crumbly on the swatches, I've got to say. But let's see what they're like. So we've got the, that's pretty. Oh, that bronze is nice. And then we've got the dark, that's nice as well. Oh, oh, why have I not used this palette? Oh, look, even the dark brown matte. Oh, and then that's the super dark shimmery one. Okay, W7. Okay, 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 okay. I am impressed. Right, the last 4 shades. And again, I'm not digging in too deep. There is kick out, kick up. That's not horrendous, but let's have a look. Okay. That matte's a little bit insipid. So's that one. Oh, I've just done that over. Right. Okay. Let me just redo that one, and that one, because I've just done them over each other. So then we go do. So it's that one there. Yeah, that takes a little bit more building. That tan color actually isn't bad. And then that last cream, if I do it separately, there we go. Okay. Okay. What do you think for a $4.99 palette, everyone? What do you think? I'm quite impressed. Okay, right. As I say, a lot of kick up in the pan, but that's fine. Let's move a little bit closer, and then we'll do a halo eye with this. I am actually, look at that. Look at the swatches. Look. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Right then. So we're going to use this is called Stark, and it's this, not the darkest brown, but like a mid-tone. No, it's not really, is it? It's like a dark-ish brown. Or is that a shimmer? Hang on, was that a shimmer? It might be a shimmer. Right, okay, we're not going to use that one then. We're going to use this one here. So this slightly more tan coloured one. And then if I need to go in with that shimmer, we might use that as well. Now, again, using the brush, quite a bit of kick up. There's a decent sized mirror, and this is actually like a fabric, quilted fabric, so it feels really nice. So for a halo eye, you literally just on that on that inner third, we put that color. So you just put the sort of where you would normally put your palest color, we put the darker brown, like so. And again, we do the same on this side, on this eye. Rufus, Anita is absolutely inspired by your gardening. She says that she's very impressed by it and is looking forward. They're all looking forward to more gardening videos. It's a lot different now. That's what I said. We've got 2 new great big potting stations. So over the weekend, if we get a nice day over the weekend, we'll have to do a bit of filming in the garden. I said we've already got the pak choi out, haven't we? Yeah, lots of pak choi. Yeah. So this is basically what you start off doing with a halo eye. Okay, now it looks bonkers. I get it. It looks a bit like an Everton mint. Is it an Everton mint or a humbug? It does look a bit like that, but bear with. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to use this. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me a little bit of the nectar palettes, the Urban Decay honey, I think it is. Reminds me a little bit of that, but except with this really warm sort of orangey shade. Right, I'm just going to take this slightly lighter brown and I'm going to use this to blend the 2 bits here together in the middle. So I'm going to use it almost like a transition. So then you'll be left with this bright bit here that I've got no shadow on. So we're just going to, I could talk to you about it or I could just crack on and do it. I've just tapped in as well, tiny bit to that mid-tone brown we've already used. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of use that tone and just blend those together and then clean my brush. And then we're just, in fact, no, I'm not going to use that brush. I'm going to use a big fat, I'm going to use my blender. I'm going to use my favorite blending brush from the pound shop. It is clean. It's been cleaned with my new gadget thing that, that Anita bought me. So yeah, right. I'm just going to take that up like so and just blend that in and just soften that edge. So it's that same tone that we've got on both sides, but you can see it's just softening that edge up a little bit. And then going back in with that main brush with the slightly deeper brown, the one that we've used, and I'm just going to take that up and accentuate that corner just where, it's that one, just where I've got my hooded lid, you know what I mean. So just to give it that sort of shape that I like, and then I'm just going to smudge that out a little bit on the corner, just on the edges, just to give it a slightly diffused look on the side. So as you can see, like when I've got my eye like that, it just looks like a normal sort of brown look, but I just need to blend that a little bit better just on that shape there we go, that's it. And then I'm going to do the same on the other eye, so taking that same brown that I've used here, and I'm just going to kind of patch the 2 together. Then I'm going to wipe it off and use that slightly lighter shade and tap that off. So I'm not adding too much of that lighter shade in, but I'm just going to use that almost like a faux transition shade and just use that to blend, and then use my blending brush and just blend some more. So literally going into the inner corner and blending out on the outer corners and blending up, just to give that sort of diffused smoke look. So tap that darker color in, and just here where I've got my little dot, you can see, look at that, you can see that area that I refer to all the time. It's the no man's land. That little bit there is the Bermuda Triangle of makeup on my eyes. It never ever wants to stick. It's so annoying. Look at that, even tapping directly on it with an eye base, and it's not even a scar. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's so infuriating. But anyway, right, we'll pretend that's not there. We'll just smother it in makeup. Like, even then, look, you can see. What is that about? Has anybody else got it? I've got a little patch on this side that kind of does it as well. But anyway, right, let's forget about that. Let's pretend I'm not a weirdo. I mean, I know I'm a weirdo. I'm proud to be a weirdo, but let's pretend I'm not a weirdo in terms of my eyes, right? So then, what we're going to do now is look back at our swatches and get a really nice, bright shimmer. And I think I want this one that is second in, the second shimmer in. So it's actually this one here. I think that, or should we use this one? That one actually looks really pretty. I'm going to use the first one. I changed my mind. It's got a slightly warmer tone. So there we go on the finger. I like you when you can see the shape of the pan. And all I'm doing is literally tapping it in that center area, right? Tapping it in that center area. I'm going to do the same on this eye. And then with whatever's left on my finger, so there's not a lot of the actual loose shimmer now, I'm just going to tap that around a little bit more, just to kind of blend in with that matte shade either side of it. And again, do the same on this eye. So I don't want to take down from that central area. I just want to add a little tiny bit of sparkle either side, like so. And basically, that is your very basic halo. Now, again, what I'm going to do, it kind of looks a bit weird until you add in your liner and your mascara. So I'm only going to line and mascara one eye. So we'll do this eye, I guess. Which yeah, I guess we'll do this eye because it looks a bit brighter on camera. Okay, so then again, this time I'm keeping it a little bit tighter to my lash line. I love it when you can hear the birds outside. Absolutely love it. You've got that area too, Neat. It's infuriating, isn't it? It really is infuriating. Right. This is, by the way, the KVD tattoo liner. It's just one of their little ones. I think I got this last year in a Too Good to Go box. No, Latest in Beauty box. I'm sure I got it then. Right. So whilst that dries, I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I'm then going to do the same thing that I always like to do now, which is to take my angle brush and I'm going to go into the browns. Now, again, we're using the exact same colors that we did before. So that deeper, that sort of mid-tone deep brown that we used on the inner and outer, and that's exactly where I'm going to place it underneath on the inner and outer. So might sound a little bit weird, and sometimes, you know, it is a little bit different because my go-to is always to kind of have the darker color on the outer portion, but this is the same tone that we are using for the inner and outer portion. Like so. A little bit of fallout. There is a little bit of kick up and fallout in this pan, in this palette. It's not too horrendous though, I've got to say. It's certainly no worse than I've used with some much more high-end palettes, sorry. I'm just placing that shimmer there. Now I've got to say, on its own, it doesn't seem to be wanting to be anywhere near as bright and effective as it was with that eye primer on. But there we go, look. And then once I add my mascara, I'll tell you what, let's use a different mascara. Let's use, oh, we'll use this one, the Ico Black Magic, just because it was on the top. It was one of the ones I reviewed for my mascara video. So you can use this one. So there you go. That is a halo eye. Okay. So it's called a halo eye because literally you've got the color. Hang on. I've done something wrong. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Why is it not sitting properly? There's something that I'm seeing on camera. Oh, it's this one. Right. Okay. I know what I've done. When I put the shimmer on, the shimmer's gone up a little bit high there. There we go. It just made there we go. So that's basically the halo eye. So you've got the center point where you've got the shimmer, and then either side. So instead of, for me, I always do the inner corner as my lightest area, except when I do a halo eye. So I'm just tapping that brown back into place. When I do a halo eye, it looks like that. Now, what I will do, and what you can do, is take one of the lighter colors, but not the same shimmer, because you don't want to pull away from that shimmer. So I'm just taking that matte color, and I'm just going to tap that on my inner corner, just there, just to lighten that inner corner ever so slightly. So it's just a matte color. So it doesn't bounce the light as it would with a shimmer, but it's just lightening that inner corner slightly. And then that is basically your halo eye. So obviously that's without your the mascara and stuff. And then that is with the mascara. So again, you can see how long it took. No more than, like, with all the faffing and the messing about. But it will literally be no more than 15 minutes to do a very simple, that one shade in and out, a little bit of blending. I also would probably blend, in all honesty, if I was doing this to go outside, I would take that darker color up a little bit more, just there, like so, on my outer V, just because of my hood. And then I would slightly blend that up and out like so. And also I would take that same matte shade, that one that I've got on my inner corner, and I would just tap that into place as a brow bone highlight. So there you go. That is how I would finish the halo eye. And you can do this in brighter colors, you can do it in darker colors, you can go really sort of smoky with it, you can have like a pinker tone, you can have different color kind of jewel tones for your halo. I've seen a really interesting look, which was basically almost black on the inner and outer, and then this one here was like the most vibrant emerald green with that sort of slight oil slick, you know, where it goes slightly bluey on the sides, like a petrol color. So that really rich peacocky green with the blue element, which then kind of almost blended into the matte black either side and at the top, and it was stunning. I wish I could remember what that particular green peacocky shade was, because I think it was absolutely gorgeous. So I could finish this look on both eyes. To be honest with you, I'm just going to wipe it off, so it seems a little bit pointless to add the mascara on both eyes. But there you go. So that is a halo. Hopefully I explained that. Does that make sense? So when you see people talking about a halo eye, it's basically that effect where you've got kind of the shimmer just in that moment. Now you can, if you really like doing halo eyes, you can blend it up. You can have it much more subtle. You can have it much more bold. It really is up to you how you kind of do it. I quite like, if I'm going to do a halo eye, I like it to be basically a fairly simple affair. I do not like something that I've got going on with the shape of it. Hang on a second, let me just try and correct this. I can see what it is. It's here, right? So there we go. It's too high there. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. That's better. It's because I took it up too high in my inner corner just there. And with my eye shape, that was annoying me. I kept looking at it going, what is wrong with it? Why don't I like it? But there you go. So there you go. That's the halo. That's how I would wear the halo. So what do you think? What do you think as a fairly basic, but kind of, it's like that first neutral look, but it just takes it a little step further, so a little bit more put together. So if you are going into the workplace if you are going into the office, if you are wanting something that is a little bit more on trend and a little bit younger, a little bit hipper, just kind of putting that shimmer, instead of, literally all you're doing is, instead of putting the shimmer on the inner corner, you're putting it in the middle. And instead of just putting that darker color on the outer corner, you're putting it in both places. And that's it. That's a halo eye. It's that simple. So then you're going to have a go at it. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Little Miss Budget. You like it. Absolutely. Have a go at it. Like, look at some YouTube videos. You can see some, I mean, I ain't being funny. You can see these like 15-year-olds on TikTok taking forever doing it, where they're literally like, you can see they've been blending for hours. And you can see people like Tati and the professional gurus, where they're like, and these 15 brushes that you're blending, and then you're using these 15 different colors to smoke out the effect. The effect that you want is darker on the inner and outer portion, a darker bit on your upper lid, your transition area, your crease line and above, and then your shimmer in the center on the mobile lid. That is essentially what a halo eye is. Right then, time to take it all off. Oh gosh. Right, last time, last one. All this time, Rufus has been in and out, in and out, in and out. He's sorting out the garden. He's watering all of the plants, all of the food. I love it. I love it. He's basically growing. He's becoming, I was about to say he's becoming Noah for plants, but that doesn't make any sense, does it? But you know what I mean. He is doing, no, my eyes are fine. He is doing all of the heavy lifting in the garden, literally, and also like a lot of the watering and stuff. And I just go out, like I did yesterday, just go out and plant up a whole bunch of flowers. And I was like, oh, I'll just put some flowers in and do some flowers. But it's good, because the flowers that I'm using are things like marigolds and lobelias and some, I think it's busy lizzies, but they're not called that. What are they called? Is that the lobelias? It might be, I can't remember. But the idea being that it's companion planting. So as the strawberries flower, we want lots of bees in the garden to help the strawberries. And I'm just going to take 2 seconds while I let all this dry down and let my eyes recover. So yeah, so basically you got the strawberries and things like the pak choi, which have their own flowers, whilst they're all kind of growing and then waiting for the second generation to come up. Obviously we still need the bees in the garden, so that's why we've now put lots and lots of flowers in as well, which is lovely. So so yeah, Euphus is the new Monty Don or Alan Titchmarsh. He is a little bit, or what was it, Percy Thrower? I called him that the other day. He was the one from Blue Peter, wasn't he? Percy Thrower. So yes, right. I think then the last one we will do will be, shall we just do the eyeliner hack? Not hack, the eyeliner look, which is basically a very nude, neutrally nude look. I was going to do something with the, hang on a second. I was going to do something with the Jacqueline Hill palette, because I quite like the summery sort of pumpkiny tones, really. It's almost autumn, but I still think this is really quite summery because of the gold tones in it. I've also got to say, this palette, the La Cura Naturals in the Nectar one, I'll show you it, is stunning. Very boring, very basic. If you like your neutrals but you like your golds, this is so close to the Urban Decay honey palette. This is stunning to use. A lovely, lovely, lovely formula. I actually used this yesterday. I used it twice. I did my makeup in the morning, or sort of like, yeah, it was late morning. And then I had a bit of a strop and I took my face off because I wasn't going to go to Slimming World. And then I redid it for Slimming World yesterday. And yeah, it went on like an absolute dream. So this is from, you've got this. It's a dupe for Urban Decay Honey. Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very, very good. Very, very good dupe for the Urban Decay one. I can totally recommend it. Seriously, for like I think it's $5.99. I'm sure it's like $5.99. Totally worth it. So today we have learnt that the honey palette is worth it, and this for $4.99 in B&M. Oh, I'm impressed. I am impressed. So then, everybody, let me know what do you want to see from these live streams. If we keep doing all the makeup on these lives, what do you want me? What sort of things do you want me to do? Do you want me to do more of these sort of quick and easy looks? Do you want more hacks? Do you want, you know, some more elaborate looks? What sort of thing would you actually like me to cover? What sort of things, when you go looking for makeup videos, what is it that you actually like? What is it you would want me to do? Because I can do all sorts of things. I can look at the collection. I can go through various stuff if you want. And I can go through, I like this interactive element where we get to choose different looks. But yeah, let me know what you would actually like me to cover for future videos on a Thursday. Hang on. Right, I'll tell you what, hang on a second. Oh gosh. Right. I'm going to do a quick 40-second commercial break while I pour this into my other cup, because this is still boiling hot and it's just burnt my mouth. Hi, this is Lisa. You're watching Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. And then hit that subscribe button and make sure you have dinged your bell and changed your settings to all. That way YouTube should notify you each and every time we upload a video. But if you'd like to support us in this channel just a little bit more, you can always go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can, in fact, buy us a coffee. That's also where full details of our brand new Coffee Club Crew memberships are, including exclusive members only content. Thank you so much to those of you who are choosing to support us. There we go. That is better. Sorry, everybody. It really, this new one from Costa. Oh, we got this for my birthday. When Rufus took me for Costa for my birthday, and he bought me a mug. And then, can you see that black chip there? Because of that black chip, I actually got two. Yes, it's all done. You just need to go. Check the I didn't mean you just need to go. I mean, it's all ready to go. Check the WhatsApp, because it just binged up. Can anybody go to somewhere? I don't know what it is. But yeah, Adam's asking something. That is a nice coffee, actually. I've got to say, that is a nice coffee. I don't know, because it's on my phone and I'm using my phone as a camera. Where do we get that coffee from? Oh, it was the Costa coffee.
Can everyone please go to George's Centre between 3 and 5 to collect some tissues?
I don't know. Well, you're going to go and see him anyway, aren't you? So
Doctors in the
don't even know where that is. Don't even know where that is. Right then. Oh, Middleton. Let's have a look. I don't know where Middleton is even.
Where your mum?
Oh, is it? Oh, didn't know that. You've lost so much weight. You look so skinny. That's my birthday clothes. What you did by me. I'm going to film with that later. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. We're just pausing this video while we just have a little like domestic conversation. I can't remember what I was going to do. I was going to try that biscuit base again, but I'm not going to try that tonight. I'll try it on another time. Somebody on here, Richie Johns, did say to try some gelatin. He's gone. I don't think he realized I was talking to him. But anyway, right, let's have a look. Right. Major says you like tutorials and hacks, but you couldn't, well, you wouldn't want to change the format on a Thursday as you like the interactive element. Absolutely. You would like to see you do tutorials because I can follow them easily because you explain it so well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we will do. Yeah, for your dad. What I was going to say, oh yes, Richie on here said about adding some gelatin into the biscuit base, but I think he thought I meant into the cheesecake bit rather than into the biscuit base. It won't work in the biscuit base, would it?
Jelly.
Yeah, but I don't think it needs it. I think with the tofu.
I'm just saying you can.
Yeah.
But the biscuit, I think you do.
Yeah. You can take a drink in as well, squash or something. because it's quite warm out today. Yeah. How much weight you're losing. I wish you could all see him when he's just like milling around just in a t-shirt and shorts. He looks so skinny now. So skinny. Anyway, right. Say again. Be careful, they're not like my trousers. So the other day I wore a pair of trousers that I've had for a while, and I put them right up around my tummy. So normally they're fine. And I walked outside, I was doing something in the garden. I walked back in. As I walked up the step, literally, I'm glad my neighbor wasn't outside, like out this way, because as I walked up the step, I took one step in and my trousers were on the floor by my ankles. I was like, think I need to buy some new trousers. But yes, right. So the last makeup look today. What are we going? My top is really annoying me. So what are we going to do today then for the last look? Now, there is the eyeliner look where we can use that as a springtime look. Sorry, a summery look. To use that eyeliner, so basically you see the eyeliner and then it's got a really natural look. The other thing I was thinking while we're looking at very simple eye makeup looks is to use a technique where you use the same blush that you are using on your face as eyeshadow. So you basically take that same tone, a bit like I did where I was showing you where we take that similar sort of colors. Are you off then, dear? All right then. But yeah, I just think some tofu, some peppers. I don't think we need much else. Yeah. Rufus is going to the shops to go and get some tofu and some peppers. Because we like tofu now. We eat a lot of tofu. But yes. Yeah, the strawberry is all right. The grapes are starting to go. So like there's only probably another there's probably only another day and a half for the grapes maximum. Unless I sit and munch them, and there's not even that. All right then. Love you. Bye. Oh, you'll be able to get your boots today as well, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right then. I'm you can see my ADHD brain. Bye, love you. You can see my ADHD brain in action, literally struggling to deal with like 3 things at once and also wanting to talk about 15 other things at once. So that'll be the look then today. So we do option 1 is using the eyeliner. So a bold eyeliner to create like a summery look with a neutral eye. And then the second one will be to do that, the one where you use the blusher into your eyeshadow, so it's all complementary. So you've got a very, very no makeup, even though you're caked in makeup look. Okay, so then that'll be the option. So one is a slightly more colorful summer inspired eyeliner, and the second one is a virtual no makeup look. So those are the 2 options that we're going to go with for the end today. Why is my mouse not working? There we go. So then all you need to do is put your vote in the chat. Sorry, this has got a bit scrappy at the end because I've got distracted trying to do, domestic things with the husband. So then eyeliner or neutral, no makeup, even though you're caked in it. Let's have a look at what you're all saying in that there chat. Little Miss Budget says the eyeliner look. The Major says the eyeliner one as well. You both voted for number 1. Anybody else for anybody else? It looks like we're going to be doing the eyeliner one. Do you know what? The no makeup, that one where you use the blusher and you use all those tones and it all blends and it all kind of combines really nicely. It's actually a really, really nice look. If you do it, it's a really subtle kind of natural look. But okay, it looks like we're going to use a bright and colorful eyeliner look then today for a summer look. Right then, so this is something that I've seen doing the rounds for a little while actually. It must be said, not that you can do eyeliner. This is simple, Major. This is a really, really simple one. Okay, you don't have to be super neat with the eyeliner. Now, this is something I've seen doing the rounds, and I've seen various companies, because a lot of different companies have lots of different coloured eyeliners. So it does require a coloured liner. Now, I prefer a liquid coloured liner, but if you are somebody who has certain brands of lipstick that are eye safe, you could use those as well. So if you've got like the Jeffree Star lipsticks, I think are all eye safe, and most of the KVD ones without glitter are as well. And I think most of the Revolution ones in the like Kylie duo packs, I think those were as well, but I'm not sure if they still are. And to be fair, I've not seen them doing those packs for a long time. You know, the ones where you've got the eyeliner pencil as well, or the lip liner and the lipstick. So all of those you can use as an alternative. Now, I like using some of those matte liquid lipsticks sometimes as an eyeliner, because quite often you get more vibrant colors. Elvie is snoring even though her eyes are open, and as soon as I mention her name, her ears are doing this. So yeah, she looks like K9 from Doctor Who. But I'm going to use one of these colors from the Fenty ones that I bought last year, maybe even the year before now, I can't remember. But I really like these because I like how bold they are, I like how bright they are, and I like the fact that they are true to color. That is literally how they go on. So then I don't mind what color ends up on my face. So should we put that to a vote? Green, or I'll tell you what, just tell me in the chat what you think. The lime green, the blue, or the coral. What would you prefer me to use? So just put it in the chat, whatever you prefer me to use. I can use any of them because I think it will work just as well with all colors. In fact, scrap that. I'm using the green. I'm going to use the green, or do I want the blue? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know, because this is such a lovely blue. Look at how bright, look how lovely that blue is. It's almost like a purpley blue, like a lilac-y blue. It's really pretty. Or could I use a combination, the coral with the blusher? No. Oh, could I? Hang on. I think those two colors are going to be they will be too similar. That is so similar to sort of the blush tones that I wear, that it would be too similar to get the eyeliner to pop. You would need to do, how can I explain it? Basically, what you would end up with if you were to do that is you would end up with I tell you what, I'll show you. Right. So let me get my blusher out. So is the NARS Orgasm Blusher. I do also have the Lacura dupe for this, which is stunning. And it's not quite the exact same tone. It's slightly different in tone, but it's very, very, very similar. And obviously a hell of a lot cheaper. But I'll show you what the basic. I'll show you basically what this hack would have been, or what this look would be. Where is my? There we go. So I'm just going to use that same brush that I just used, but I've cleaned it off. So basically, you take your blusher. So whatever color blusher you are using on your face for the day, and once again, I need my blooming. They don't have a. Oh, it does have a mirror. Right. So, and then basically what you do is you run it in your crease. So you take it on the outer corner and you run it in your crease line. So just like so, right? And you don't go too ham with it. So you basically put it in like so. You put enough so it's there. Then you get a clean blending brush and you basically blend it away almost to nothing, but you kind of just blend it out a little bit. And what it does is it creates that nice sort of shadow. So it looks like, you know, you've got a deeper crease line there. But as you keep blending it and keep blending it out, it basically becomes almost skin tone, right? And when I say almost skin tone, what I mean is it will become the same shade but paler and more subtle than your blush, because obviously let's do it. Obviously, you're going to go in with your blusher brush, and you're going to create your blusher. So pretend I've got foundation on. So there we go. So you've got your blusher done, and now you've got, so this, you can see where the blusher is, and then you've got that same tone, and this is a really important thing because you've got that exact same tone running through the eye, right? So again, not a huge amount, you're just putting a little bit on, and you're then, where I've blended that outer corner just there and it's gone away, I'm just going to reapply it slightly, and then just onto the bottom bit of the mobile lid, right? Like that. So, and then again, go back in with your blending brush, and this time I'm going to blend it slightly up. So last time I blended it and it was more of a direct blend along the crease line. This time I'm blending up a little bit. So that basically is kind of what you would do, and then you would use a skin tone color that would match your base. So again, if you're using whatever setting powder, as long as it's not a translucent, if you're using a tinted setting powder, or if you're using a dry a powder based foundation, even if you're not using a powder based foundation, the foundation, the powder you put on your eye would be the same color as your foundation, if that makes sense. So if you're using, say, for me, it would be Maybelline in the shade Ivory, I would get a Maybelline Ivory powder and use that for this particular type of look. So pretend that this is a little bit more closer than it's going to look, because that now looks really like, oh, super, super white and super pale. But again, you would place that over the eye, over your mobile lid, and blend that in with your blusher color. So you've then got that look where you've basically got a look where it just creates that shadow. Now, obviously, this is a little bit ham. I don't have the foundation on, but you can see how with the blusher being that same color as what's on my eye, even with it blended out slightly more than it is at the moment, you can see how that would look. That would look kind of natural. It would just look like I've got that same color, because you've got the same color here and here. The way that your brain interprets it is it looks far more natural to the eye, because it looks like it's a natural kind of flush. It makes your blusher, obviously if your blush is like a neon pink, it's not going to work. But if you've got it like that and you've got that same shade going across your crease line, it works to kind of trick the eye. Now, what you were saying about putting the coral one on with that is it would create, you literally, hang on, you can see there, it's kind of all kind of the same tone, all the same sort of color. And that now, because it's so close to that blush, and for me it's in the same color family, it's just a slightly brighter, it now just doesn't work as well. No, you don't blend the blusher up to the eye. I mean, you can do that if you want to. I just use my blusher normally, and so yeah, it just all becomes a bit of a mess now. Now there are hacks where people take the blush all the way up and over the eye. I don't personally like that. I like taking it up to my temple, so higher than we used to, taking it up to my temple, and then just keeping it on my normal blush, my normal sort of where I would normally put the blush. And then, you know, I even do take it slightly to the apples of my cheeks. I don't mind that. I know it's a slightly more old-fashioned look, but again, I don't mind that. But once you add that coral tone in, it just basically becomes too much of a oneness. However, so I'll show you on the other eye how I would actually do this look, if that makes sense. So let's go in again with what palette would I, if I was doing this in real life, what would I use? I would go with, so the green is a warmer tone palette. And so I would use a warmer tone. Would I use the Lacura? Possibly. Right, we'll try the Lacura. So, yes, okay. We're going to use the Lacura Honey just because it's a warmer tone palette. And I've only got limited palettes with me in here. So this is not in any way, shape or form a green palette, okay? But it is quite a neutral look, or quite a neutral palette. And this time round, I'm going to go very sparingly with some of these colors. Or should I just use the, no, it needs to be a warm tone because the green is warm tone. Right, so I'm going to go in with just a sort of this neutralish color here, this one here, which I'm just going to use as a, oops, this eye. I'm going to use as a transition shade-ish. It's not really going to do an awful lot. It is just going to set my eye a little bit and give me a hint of color to work from, if that makes sense. You can't believe how hot it is out there. I don't know. I still haven't been out properly. Then I'm going to take the, we're going to go up the warmth. We're going to take this one here, and I'm just going to use this. I think it's going to be too yellow actually, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. We're going to go a slightly more honey toned look. So again, just use a very basic light transition color. And then the mid-tone brown here, and that's as dark as it's going to be. It's not even a mid-tone brown, is it? It's kind of like a light brown. But it's a fairly warm brown. Now, I'm not going too bold. I'm not going too dark. I'm keeping this look very, very, very simple, very similar to the first look that we did. I'm just keeping it very, very basic in the best kind of way. Okay, so just to create a little bit of definition and a little bit of shape, I have actually gone, I know I said I wasn't going to, I'm gone to that slightly deeper brown just to give that outer V a little bit of definition. So not a huge amount. I'm not going for my usual kind of all singing, all dancing kind of goth look. I'm keeping this very, 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 very pale and very, very neutral, very natural looking. Sort of, you can see that there is makeup on, but it's a very neutral, natural kind of look. Taking my blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that in towards the middle of the eye a little bit. And again, really soften up that crease line edge and soften up and smoke out that outer edge as well, just to really, really tone down that limited amount of color that I've got on there. So really keep it subtle, okay? Because what we want the color to come from the liner, okay? So in this, oops, sorry, I'm going to sit right forward. So in this case, we are using this this green Fenty liner, okay? So got a very neutral look, very, again, that little one bloody patch is annoying, but anyway. Also ignore the little bit of eyeliner that I've got in the corner just from having you know, 4 different lots of eyeliner on today. But anyway, we're just going to go with this green, and we're going to go quite bold. Oops, because I'm trying to do it. Oh, well, that's just messed up, but never mind. I'll clean that up in a second. Oh my God, I am making a right pig's ear of this. Right. So again, in real life, if that's what I've done, I would go in with, oh, look at the state of that now. Oh, actually, look, I was about to say, look at the state of that. There's one little clean area just there. So that's what I'm going to use. Fold it, fold it, fold it. Get a nice little triangle. and just clean that bit there up. And that bit there. Right, now what I'm doing is I'm going to take my concealer brush. Okay, now you might be thinking, what? But I'm taking my concealer brush because it is a flat brush, and I'm literally going to paint a bit of my eyeliner onto the edge of my concealer brush, just like so. Okay, so you can see now it's just on, you can see how much. So look, on that side there's none, and on that side it's there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this to kind of fill in where there's a little patchy bit, and also just to slightly thicken that outer edge. So it ends almost at a point, but not quite, if that makes sense. I don't know how well that's going to pick up on camera because I've not done that super bold. But can you see that? Can you see that shape? So it's kind of a wing, but a very subtle kind of shape. Again, go in just with the applicator and just try and, there we go, just sharpen that up a little bit, like so. And then I'm probably going to fill in. Worked to add my other mirror. Right, there we go. There we go. So that is kind of the replacement really for my black winged liner. But I'm just making sure it sits properly because this Fenty one can move around a little bit if you're not really strict with it. So basically that is what I would do, and then go in with a good mascara. So again, I've got the Match Stack, or I could go in with the Marc Jacobs Noir. Marc Jacobs is gone, I'm gutted. Or even the Fenty, not Fenty, the KVD. Tell you what, let's use the KVD Go Big or Go Home, because I do like this one as well. So that black mascara, there we go, and I would then just properly coat the lashes. Like so. So you're getting that kind of quite funky, I've got to say, I'm not lying when I say that my eyes now are starting to feel a little bit sore, but that is because, you know, I've done 4 makeup looks. And right, let me just get my micellar water on my makeup thingy. It is very 70s. It is very 70s, Patricia. You're right. It's a little bit kind of disco looking. It's a little bit ABBA-esque, isn't it? With that bold green liner. But this is something that is currently absolutely trending. Like, it is a current trend that is happening right now. But also, it's quite a good way if you don't want to do massive colorful looks. You're kind of getting you're kind of get I tell you what, look, let's take that blusher off, and in fact let's just take all of this off and we'll redo this eye as well. God, my poorly eyes. You're kind of getting that strong pop of color, but you're not having to worry too much about, not surprisingly really, what? Not surprising really. What's not surprising? Oh, my eyes are hurting. Yeah. You're not having to worry too much about blending or any of that, because there isn't any blending involved. And literally you're allowing the colored eyeliner to do all of the work. So it's literally all the heavy lifting is done for you by the eyeliner. So you could literally go in with, I wonder how I could show it. I tell you what, shall we do the most simple thing ever, right? My super matte foundation, a little bit of, so a bit of super matte foundation on a brush. Where's the mirror? Okay, we use the Huda palette again for a mirror, and all I'm going to do now is just place that all over the eye. So that's just my foundation color, nothing else, right? Just like so, a little bit of foundation color. So it's just my loose powder, just to give me a nice even base color for my eye. Next, again, chunky brush, right? We're going to use, what should we use? We'll use the chocolate palette, and I'll show you how simple this is, right? How simple. So we're going to use this warmer brown just here, and literally just put a little bit on the brush, and then that's it, done. Right, the ultimate in quick and easy. Wipe the brush off, feather that out slightly, done. Little bit of a shadow, little tiny hint. In fact, I am going to go back in just with that corner, just because of my hood, and just take it up a little bit on there. Right, done. And then this time we're going to use the blue. Why not? It's all coming off anyway. So we're going to use the blue. This is that really nice sort of this shade of blue here, and we're just going to then place that straight over. Basic wing, fill her in. Add in the mascara. All that's missing is false eyelashes, very pale nude lips. Everything comes back round. It does. I would not do a nude lip. I wouldn't do a pale nude lip with this. Obviously, also, I would recommend that you, I mean, you could do false lashes. I just like a lot of mascara, to be fair. So there you go, that and that. Quick bit of cleanup on aisle 4. Just where that was. And then a little bit of a nude lip. And hang on, what have I got? What have I got in here? I must have a nude lip in here. Oh, I do. This is a bit too pale, really, for me, this nude lip for this look, but oh, I know. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Here is my handbag. Ugh. What have I got in my handbag? What are my current actual lippies that I'm using? Oh, I can't show you one of them because one of them is for the collab I'm doing with Ness. So there we go. I'll use, I've got that one or that one actually. We'll use one of these two. So then, This is just the brown shade in, it's called Me by Juvia's Place. And so, obviously, I haven't finished my face because I haven't got foundation on or anything else. But if you could kind of imagine, you've got, you know, it is such a simple look. This was literally tap a brush in, cover it in the foundation color, tap a brush into a single shade of eyeshadow, just in a pale brown, do it in the crease line, take it up slightly in the outer corner, just a little bit with my hood, just to give a little hint of that sort of shadow look, whack on the blue, and it's done. And that literally, with a mascara, oops, there you go, that side, I think that looks really pretty. The color holds its own. You don't need to have, and again, like even on this eye, I think it works really well. Like the eyeliner does all of the heavy lifting for the color. I wouldn't go out with them like this, but either one I would be happy to wear. And it's one of those things where, because these products have come back around, it's a very simple, cost-effective 5-minute job to kind of do your face like this. Literally, you saw how quick that was. Tapping your foundation, dum, 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 on both eyes, a little bit of a mid-tone brown shadow, just to get that sort of crease line look. Swipe of that color, leave it a couple of seconds, whack your mascara on, and you are good to go. And I think, I mean, you know, this eye wasn't particularly winged out. This one was. This is a slightly more graphic look. This one is a lot simpler. But either way, it is so simple to do. Add a sort of brownish nude lip, and away you go. You're done. It's a bright look. It works really well for the summer. And yet, you know, it takes what, seconds to do. And again, because these colors are back around, because bold graphic liners are all the look, it is super, super, super easy. And you don't have to worry about blending out eyeshadows, blending out this, blending out that. It is literally a swipe and we're done. Another way of doing it would be to use a liquid eyeshadow in a nice bold color and to use that as your liner. Literally take your liquid eyeshadow, use it exactly the same as I have done here, use it as an eyeliner, or use, to be honest with you, you could use any single eyeshadow color that you've got. Just keep the color along the lines where you would normally put your eyeliner. Everything else, keep very, 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 very neutral. And either, if you're pale like me, keep super pale. If you are a darker skin tone, have it so it matches very closely to your skin tone. And that is it. That's it. Done. It's so simple, I'm telling you. So there you go, everyone. Those are, I don't know how many we ended up with. If you class this as 2 different ones, then we've done several different looks today of very, very, very simple, quick and easy eye looks that are suitable for lazy people or people that have only got 10 minutes in the car. Literally, this you could do sat at some traffic lights. You're driving along, you stop at some traffic lights, you do the foundation look. You drive along, you stop at the next traffic lights, you do that one shade of eyeshadow. You're driving along, you stop at the next set of traffic lights, you do the eyeliner. You're driving along, you stop at the last set of traffic lights, you do your mascara. As you undo your seatbelt, you do your lippy, and then you go to work. Done and dusted. Literally, you could do this in 5 minutes sat on the loo. Running to work with your glasses on. I'll be right back. I need to use the ladies' room. I need to go and powder my nose. Straight in, done, out, looking gorgeous, looking glamorous. Now, obviously, this side I've got a bit of blusher on, this side I haven't. None of that matters. It's all about just on the eye look. And it's so simple, so easy. And again, for summer, either of these colors, even that, if you were using the coral, I would say go for more of the brown tones, because it won't offset the corals. Death on the roads, but beautiful death. No, I'm not talking about like, obviously, if you are actually driving, maybe pull over to the side of the road and do it. If you're in a traffic jam, do it in a traffic jam. But if you're stopping at traffic lights, it would literally take you seconds. And yeah, I perhaps wouldn't advise doing it at traffic lights. Maybe just pull over into the side of, you know, Asda car park for 2 seconds, do your face, and then run into work. You know what I mean? Or head to work. But yeah, there you go, everyone. That is today's live stream. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've had it seems to have flown by again today. My eyes are now itching, which is telling me that I've actually had quite a lot on. Elbow cough. I know, right? But I actually think I want to just keep the blue on. I quite like the blue. So then, for the last time today, she's going in with the micellar. Well, for the last time until this evening, she's going in with the micellar water. Oh, almost. It's because it's reversed. Right then, let's get rid of this green and this reddish tone up here. My poor eyeballs, I know, right? But why have I done that? Why did I take my lippy off? I don't know why I've done that. That was ridiculous, wasn't it? But I am going to take the blusher off. There we go. And then we'll wait for that all to cool down a little bit. And I didn't even need all these other makeup wipey things, did I? See, I did come prepared today. And then I'm going to go in and redo the blue on this eye. It should take, wow, let's see how long it takes. Let me just give this a, there we go. It's a little bit tacky, but it should still be fine. So again, this is how, right, literally how simple it is. I know you've seen me do it once, but let's do it. Right, I'm going to do it without any commentary, right? I'm just going to show you how quick it is. So let's go. Oh, wrong eye. Ha, that'll be a good start, won't it? Right. So I've done that. I've taken it under my eye as well, just because, you know, bags. There we go. Got the colour on. And what mascara was it? Oh yeah, the KVD one, wasn't it? Oh no, I've just seen an error. Right, hang on a second. Oh, that's really irritating my eyeball now. And there, look. That's the mascara. That one there was the liner. Never mind. We almost did it really simple, didn't we? Just need to repair that bit there. And then, everybody, there we go. There we go. I want to do that on this side as well. There we go. So that is with both eyes now looking the blue, the bluey blue. And then all I would do personally, because again, it's me and y'all know me, I've got to do something that most of you won't have to, which is go in with my angle brush and my little eyebrow duo. Take the colour and then just deepen up the brows. Oh no! Idiot. Just, where have I smudged that from? I don't know where I've smudged that from. Hang on. I will fix it. I will fix it. We will fix it. We will mend it. There we go. So for this, I wouldn't use any eyeliner, lower lash liner, I mean. I would just leave my lower lashes, my under eye to kind of speak for itself. I would let the upper lash line do all, as I say, all of that heavy lifting for me. Because my lids are so hooded, you can see that that little bit there keeps wanting to come down and just touch on where I've put the liquid liner just there, the eyeliner. But just touch that back up with that shade and then go back in with that brown and it should be good to go. Yep, there we go. So that is that. And then again with the lips. Now I know I went in with the brown, but I actually think in reality, if I was to do this and have this as I am going to now, this is going to be the rest of today's look, how I'm going to be for the rest of today. I'm going to use this. Oh, this is KVD as well, isn't it? This is a little KVD liquid lip in the shade. Oh God, Jesus, no idea. In whatever that one is, I've got no idea. I can't see it. So there. So that is basically how I would wear liner as shadow. And that I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And that is basically, oh, if I sit a bit more, why am I leaning? Is it me or is it the camera? I don't know. But that is basically how I am going to spend the rest of today, because that is my look for today done. And it's very simple, as you've literally seen me do. But I think this is so effective, just having that pop of color, particularly with hooded eyes, because I've got that slightly darker shade up here. I think that works really well. And then that pop of that vibrant blue just lifts the look without it being like budgie blue eyeshadow. And then by putting that slightly deeper pink rather than that brown, it just basically, it balances the look. Because the eyes aren't super bold or super blue, it balances the look. So if you do try this at home, do try and balance it. So this isn't a super bold eye color. It's not like all the way up to my eyebrows like I do sometimes. It's certainly not a drag look or anything like that. And so you can get away with a slightly bolder lip. However, if I was to go for a bright red lip or a really dark lip, it would detract from the eyes. So by using a slightly muted, brighter pink, so it's not like a nude, it is a slightly muted, duskier pink, even though it's quite bold, and then using that bold line, but without it being too like neon blue, it's enough because they're both slightly muted colors. And so as a combination, I think it works. And then, to be honest with you, something I hadn't planned, that kind of picks up the colors from the top. You've got the blue and the pink, which kind of picks up the blue and the pink, even though they are different shades. I think it does actually work. But there you go. I wasn't planning on ending up with this today. But you know, when I lock it in place with my hyaluronic fix, as soon as it's locked in place, you know that this is going to be the look for the end of the day. And I will be filming a Kill Star video after this, because Rufus is out for a few hours at the shop. Well, he's out at the Surplus to Purpose picking up some food items and helping out there a little bit. So I am going to be doing a Killstar unboxing, haul, try on, all of those things. So I'm going to be doing that with this look today, which I wasn't planning on doing, but that's what we're doing. So let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I love these interactive Thursdays. We're going to have to come up with some weird and wacky ideas, aren't we? Especially as we get into like autumn and we get into the not really going to be going out the house. That's when we can really start the challenges and things. But yeah, I really enjoy doing these videos. Thank you so much for like voting. I think there were a couple of looks I didn't get round to doing, so maybe we'll try that again in the future. Also, if you want me to do some more hacks and like try some hacks out live, we can do that. I certainly don't mind having, you know, putting my eyes on 3 or 4 or 5 times in a video. I don't mind doing that on a stream. They're a little bit scratchy now, but it's because I've done all the mascara each time. If I didn't bother with the mascara, it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad. But there you go, everyone. Give it a try. Why not give it a try? You don't have to use liquid liner. You can use a liquid lipstick. You can use an ordinary lipstick that you just take your brush to. You could even just use an eyeshadow and either a glitter glue, or I tell you what would work, a little bit of like a lip balm, right? Go with me with this. A little bit of lip balm on a brush, and you put that across the eyes where you're going to put it, and then tap on using a like an angle brush, tap on some powder and place that on top of the balm, and that should, whether the balm would stick or not, I don't know, we'll have to try it one day, but that should then stick to the balm, so you've got that similar sort of look where you've got that defined edge. But there you go, that is the look. I actually really like it. So I've had all 3 of the lipstick of the liner shades on my eyes and all sorts today. But there you go, everyone. A super fun stream. I have really enjoyed hanging out with you today. But that is it. I know I said I was going to finish at 1:30. Instead, it's 2 o'clock, half an hour late, but I am finishing pretty much bang on that 3-hour mark. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you all again very soon. To the Coffee Club crew, there will be a video coming up from the garden that we're going to film this weekend, just for you over there. And I am also trying to get this sodding charmed reaction video sorted. I might just have to scrap it all together because I can't get that to work on the other channel. But there will be some tarot videos coming up. Hopefully my total tarot collection should be here soon as well. And of course there will be Killstar hauls. But there you go. I will see you again very soon. Don't forget, over on the other channel on Sunday evening, 7 p.m. UK time, for free tarot readings with a Sunday session with Lisa Lee. That's me. Beyond Authentic, the I in Authentic is spelled with the number 1. So do please go and check that out. And then Rufus will be back on Monday evening with an In the Kitchen with Rufus. I think he's doing fish pie this week. There'll be a brand new video going live on this channel on Tuesday. And then we'll be back with our weigh-in Wednesday. And then it's Thursday again, and we'll be doing this all over again. Well, not this. Other videos live. But there you go. Thanks ever so much for joining. I hope you've had a fun time. Do hit the subscribe button, all the ding the bells, all of that, like your thumbs up, all of the good stuff, and I will see you again very soon. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye bye.